Beat more.
Nope, still nothing. Can you hear me? We have contact. Welcome. Hello, once again, to yet another session of Jokes, Tales, Critical Fails here at Crispy_. Got a couple of faces both out there in the Twitch, and it looks like we've got a face in the now. Hello, and welcome to yet another session of Woes of the Wildlands, one of our 2 stream games here at Crispy's Dungeon. If you yourself are just first tuning in, don't forget you too can join fun here in the chat. You'll see a link tree, typing !link, which will send you a number of convenient links, both to the social medias where you can tune into this stream here, and to the Start Playing page where you too can play Dungeons and Dragons. You know Dungeons and Dragons, like from that movie? You guys know? Yeah. It's like that. It's like that. We're doing the movie. Chris Pratt and
woohoo!
Oh God. Thank you.
Are you talking about the hit film from 2000?
Yes. I'm talking about the Super Mario original.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think the one you mean is Chris Pine.
Yes, I know. I was playing.
No.
That's
Chris
why the
Hemsworth.
wahoo was perfect. Anyway, welcome. We are joining for yet another. Jesus, I am just all over the place. Let's take a moment and reset there. Thank you for joining for yet another session of Woes of the Wildlands. where we join our heroes in the heart of Esteraria, a land of verdant and rampant greenlands, even tougher frontiersmen have come to these lands to best nature itself, claim the land for their own. Our heroes currently reside in the city of Valamir, along Lake Valis in the heart of the Estrin Empire. A small outskirts city which has seen better days, as of late, populous, complacent, and stagnant in recent years, as the last 50 years or so the lands have been free from a trade once provided them great unity. Now, the city itself seems both divided, self-absorbed, greedy. Our heroes seen this firsthand. They have ventured city alongside the population of a small town, one that they have rescued and become the saviors of. Brenfield, recently come under attack by a goblin tribe, was just a victim of circumstance. This goblin tribe was fleeing a greater threat north in the mountains. As the goblins flee, who came to this town, an obvious source farming community, are. Our heroes, arriving in the nick of time, united Brenfield and the tribes scattered north. In this union, taking them both to safety within the walls of our city. Arriving outside the northern walls, however, the population of Brenfield welcome as citizen empire. The goblin folk from the north were not. Hoping to find a home for Brenfield's ally within Valamir, our heroes have taken to the trade of politics. For country folk of simple minds, now mixing with elite politicians, as well as studied, learned folk from the big city. As you all are on depths, you have decided to put together a hunt, spreading words of this idea throughout the city. Most importantly, directly to the castle itself, have caught word
We're very good at politics.
that the king himself is interested. However, his advisors will not let him. In the process, putting together or swaying a number of votes on Emerald Order, a council which rules over Valamir process, you have allied with a number of important folk. However, there are numerous still trust you. Meeting with few of them, most recently Awar Laumi, a man who has been surrounding you. Finally met with a wealthy man, discovered higher monetary all sides. as you were just about ready to call it quits and go own me of preparing hunt, a welcomed face as home safe and sound one known as Ivan Stayanova, the financial advisor. This man came to you in of the king and advised that if you wish to catch his eye, an appropriate display is in order. As the knight had an expensive Awar Laumi, as well as met with the advisor itself. If there's anything else leading your day, starting anew. Speak up now. I believe your next course of action here, hopefully, then the next morning, deciding the king to your cause on a hunt, great forests, southeast. You have plans to try to start a brigade, gather fair in the attack. You have sent close allies and friends, Sarberine, surrounding inns, spread word of this fair, as well as pay others through the same. You've put some of gold, and he has started on that. Gather people. Knight's notice, but no Sarberine to be a gossip. What is everybody else? What does everybody else want to do?
The night that we're on is the same night we already went and collected half of our payment from.
You and I are still pretty fucking hurt from getting attacked.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, it's all the same night. Well,
Okay.
no. You guys came back after being attacked the night
And I think that's it.
prior.
I don't think we did anything.
Then we went and we got and collected half from what's her name?
No. You guys no, because you guys have had a full dinner with people since then.
Yeah, no. We had the dinner. We finished the dinner.
And then we went and collected our payment. Right. This is the same night as that.
Yes.
Right.
If there's anything else you want to do, because the next thing you plan to start is fanfare for the hunt. If there's anything else you wish to prepare for the night over the evening of rest you'll have, speak of now. Otherwise,
Just want
slumber
to
away.
check in with my familiar, see if they've made it with our little note about. I know it was like bandits at the bridge. I forget if we said anything about the army coming. To be honest with you, it's been way too long. But I know.
You just sent a message of bandits at the bridge, if I remember correctly.
I believe I know we said that much. Yeah.
Your message has been received, however. Your father has responded with a note.
Okay, then I won't pay him from
That you had, yeah, it has to fly back. because it's not in telepathic range.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait, no,
That is
I'm so
fine.
sorry. I'm so sorry. No. Your father would tell Peepers what he wants to tell you. Peepers can be banned.
Yeah.
It's your familiar. So, once you see your...
Yeah, my plan was to bring them back as soon as they were done.
He registers eventually like a glow from Peepers' eyes. You can see while Peepers is like flying on his... And as like the glow starts, he looks at it and just gives you a nod to signal it. Bam.
Yeah, then yeah, I'll bring them back.
Uh,
Felt naked without my familiar. It's my other half.
Peepers comes back, and this is entirely mentally fine, but naturally a very like grating, squawking voice. Sort of as their
Sure.
wise. They just tell you they can work on it. However,
Okay.
he says they outnumber what they can man.
Oh boy, that's a lot. Well, I guess it's, we'll see what happens. I mean,
He says they have ways.
I'll update our party on the situation about that there's a lot of bandits. I mean, I know we're busy here, but I was always going to say when we're done with this stuff, we should head back down to Glen Grove, because obviously if this does get set up, that's where the army's going to move next.
Absolutely.
Moog
The people of Glengrove should be warned.
Moog goes, I actually, yeah, please. I 100% agree. We should probably try to find them shelter in the woods or something.
I'd surely hate for what happened to Brenfield to happen to Glengrove as well, so yeah.
I mean, the people of Glengrove aren't ones to be tied down to a city. They'd probably be fine with having to come back and repair it later. They've lived through wars themselves.
We just need to make sure they have time to prepare something.
Yes.
Brenfield.
Right. So hopefully we can get this stuff figured out tomorrow or whatever. And everyone's gonna have to also be careful with the fact that, if we're gonna be out at night, it's even more dangerous for us.
Yeah.
Your father, as I just realized, your father has beach as a Furbolg.
As all Furbolgs do.
So he actually just walked. It doesn't really matter what you told Peepers, because Peepers and your father just fit. So Peepers will tell you, I filled your father in. He says, be safe.
Okay. Well, that's all I really could think of tonight. I mean, I know I mentioned it last time, but it's been a long day, so I know I mentioned that tomorrow I'll plan to have, Skywrite prepared and some stuff like that, so we can do a lot of things to get people's attention.
Nice.
But if anyone else has any ideas or anything.
I think world's charm.
Right,
No.
I've got a.
Not like actual charm. I just want to be clear.
Mhm.
Probably shouldn't charm.
Your pizzazz.
Your natural
Yeah,
charm.
no, don't use that staff on him.
On the king. Yeah, of course not. I wouldn't use it on the king.
Well, we just gotta be clear sometimes,
Insight.
because
Because, we also said don't send your familiar to talk to the advisors, and you did that anyways.
To be fair, we actually
Um,
were extremely specific that time, and you did it anyways. So really, there's not a point for us to even have this conversation because you've already expressed that you don't really care.
He's kind of like a wild card.
Yeah,
Do
I was
whatever
gonna
the fuck
say
he
I'm
wants.
gonna incite that statement he made of I would never do that. Oh, okay, never mind. I rolled an 8.
Get about it.
I might.
Who knows, man?
Wild
Who knows?
card.
Depends how I'm feeling.
He's kind of a
Um,
wild card, that guy.
Well, you all then turn in. Inside them. It is a beautiful, decadent, extravagant age society. But you slumber happily with the minds of night. You strange country folk have decided to hunt the city. An extravagant affair. You have told your people, tribes folk out, people of Brenfield, as they pick up carts and turn in them. However, up at break of dawn, you the town outside, sort of in a lively streets, steps, doors swung open, people heading up and down wagon. Oh, hear shouts at the road. Your distant bells. Down.
Yeah, what's the plan in the morning? Like, are we going straight out somewhere?
Knock at the clothes are fully on in the dawn. And quickly, of course, your aide and servant here, the man, did.
As I hear the knock and before I hear him open the door, I call out, "Remember, no invitations."
Right, no, yes, master. As he runs around the corner and the door, he kicks like his foot into like a large chair which lines the front door. See him hop like up to the door as like the third rap comes, and he goes, I apologize, I'm so sorry. As he opens the door to he be on council person, the slightly bluish hued, like pale-skinned elf, half elf. You can see sort of just slightly curled elven behind their tightly pulled white hair pulled back in a uneccentric but finely kept silver and blue robe, just like very geometric shaped and tailored. They sweep in quickly home as right. They just go, "Thank you, Barkley," as they stride past him, as they sweep into the sort of large set of what am I looking for? Antechamber, I suppose. The foyer. Stairs. step down to see you arrived. Conti looks up to each of you and says, I heard, there's movings going on around the city. I can't help but hear, stirrings about a hunt. That ring a bell in here? Y'all giving me
good.
Yeah.
blank faces?
It seems that Sarberine was effective last night in spreading the word. We must act quickly.
I know not a Sarberine, but I have heard stirrings. What is this about? What are we doing? I have heard little from you all since you've arrived, and I'm supposed to be aiding you where I can.
Yes, well, it seems that we have arranged a hunt, as you have heard. We are aiming to get the favors of the king, so that he may help us in our efforts towards gaining favor of the rest of the council people. I do believe we have met with one second. We have met with council person Laumi, and have come to a sort of understanding with him, and
with
are hoping
Laumi?
that yes.
Please
We've been
don't
doing a
let me
lot
out.
of things. We may not have contacted you, but it is because we've been busy making
Good.
progress.
No, that's wonderful. Clearly, I've heard stirrings. What did Laumi want then? Do you know what he wants?
He wants civilians to live in his housing. He
Right.
told us that if we could convince any of the Valamir current residents to take up housing in any of his residential areas, then he would fully support the clans and tribes of the Goblin folk and the people of Brenfield into the city, and he would vote with us.
So our hope is to move the people who live here already into these nicer homes that they've been struggling to occupy or get sold. One way, or in an effort to give the people who already live here the nicer area, so they don't see us coming in, getting the nice area, and feeling,
Wasanthi just like
Poorly
looks,
towards us.
blinks their eyes. That sounds. I'm aware that's his problem. That sounds incredibly complicated. Complex to do in such short notice.
and we came up with it. Could you believe it?
That would take weeks, months. You don't have.
We
you
have a
don't-
couple days, so
So you see the problem.
and you are my solutions guy.
Right. Okay, so you've got nothing from Laumi, would you tell me?
Basically,
We have a
yeah.
deal, which is more than nothing.
You can only possibly get richest folk. The bluest of bloods in the anyone to afford what East Willow is offering.
He did give us a special price, but it did seem like it was still pretty steep.
Yes. Well, the only folk that could wing that are few and far between. Established in the lakeshore rounds with fine business or old towns. Started. Anyway, what about this hunt?
Right. Yeah. Speaking of that, hold on 1 second. I'm going to go outside. You guys keep talking. I gotta do something real quick.
You just start walking.
not
Oh, like
suspicious.
you start
Drifting
walking
there,
past.
alright.
No,
I'll only be a second. You keep going.
is this Gaia right now? I feel like I was in the
He
middle.
does this kind of shit a lot. It's actually really infuriating to me
I-
personally.
I'm not entirely sure what just happened.
Okay, you
Um,
go outside. They continue. Well,
I'm
I
going
send
to-
Moog to go. I like motion to Moog to like.
yeah, Moog kind of
Powering off.
way to monitor what's going on here. But yeah, what do you do, Cruz?
I go outside
Powering
and I pull
on.
out the
Mic off.
Gilded Rose.
Battery low.
And
I'm sorry, the what?
the Gilded Rose. That I
Oh,
purchased.
yeah.
Charging battery.
And I am going to cast Summon Fae.
Oh.
All right.
And when it does, it takes the form of a small little red-furred house cat dressed in armor with a little short sword that looks like a lightsaber.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell him, go around town and start spreading the word of this hunt again. Like help Sabrine out. Like, you know, just chitter chatter to all the people and stuff. Have this little spear go out.
Does this
Start
consume
shouting through this.
the flower? Or
No,
the
it doesn't.
gilded thing? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I feel like this is such an expensive.
It
thing
would
we
be a
already
super
did.
expensive spell to consume the flower.
Yeah. Oh, that it would.
Okay, is it fuming, mirthful, or tricksy?
Mirthful.
Okay.
Good pick. Good pick.
Bringing face spirits onto our realm. No big deal.
Right. Yeah. Then once he like scampers off, just gonna say, "Oh, I'm Moog." Walk back into the house.
Let me something here real quick.
Gonna charm a bunch of people. Like, hey, follow me. Hey, follow me.
Right.
Uh,
It can talk too.
only charm person.
But I figured, is it just like a one and done? That's it?
Just this level of fake creature, yes. It can only do one.
Oh.
Heck, I was just that's specifically the mirthful effect, which is funny. It
Yeah,
can't
that is
actually
the
do one.
mirthful effect because
Right,
it's
yeah.
a spell I could prepare. I haven't, but
Well, I guess yeah, you can
It could keep Misty stepping.
keep. It's just
That's
only a minute
stepping.
long.
right.
I thought of it like a bonus action or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it
But,
is
yeah.
a bonus action to charm it.
Hey.
That's a whole thing that's going down.
Moog comes like you come back in and Moog is like staring out the Moog is in between Wasanthi and the door and you. Wasanthi is still kind of over his shoulder as you come back. Okay. As I was saying, what
So,
else?
The
is
hunt. We
new,
heard
I
about.
suppose?
Well, we were going to tell you of the hunt. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So we heard of this problem of this beast causing havoc around the southern side or southern forests south of Valomir, and we saw this as an opportunity to use our skill set, which is not politics, to potentially gain some favor. Saw something easy opportunity. Put it that way.
That. What?
Well, we are kind of banking on the fact, or banking on the presence of the king, which we have not confirmed his attendance. What we are hoping to do is garner a crowd big enough to come to the palace to kind of force their hand, in a way.
You wish to storm the palace?
No, 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 no,
No.
no, 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 no,
No.
no, no. As if it were planned.
No, we
Like a
we
parade.
want to
Ah,
create
a
a
parade.
parade
Oh,
that will
Um,
draw the king's attention
celebration.
and his interest. Right? Yes, we're not definitely no storming of the castle going on.
Not yet, at least.
well,
Nope, never.
I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was. No one's laughing, but that was supposed to be.
I was laughing a little bit.
there's like a little chuckle.
What's that?
Little thing.
Hey,
Oh.
what are you doing?
He chuckles and then leaves.
What is that?
Catch him.
What the hell?
You have to make a
That-
perception check.
Yep.
Good luck. Not you. You.
15?
specific guy.
15.
You don't say anything. You just see Cruz just look over to something, carry it away.
Yeah, I got a good old nat 1. I
You see
saw
like
nothing.
you see like a rat run out the window.
Oh, Ogs, Runt's just ran that way.
What? No, he didn't. He's
Run.
right here.
No, he's right
I
there.
pull out Run. He's like, I pull him out, but he's
Um,
upside down. Yeah, he's good.
Oh, be nice to him.
I could
Back
swear.
into the cloak.
The council person continue to go. Oh, well, if you need a parade, not much for throwing a parade. I
But
could
I'm
just
sure you know who is.
musician of music.
Yes, and I've already paid them.
Oh,
They're the ones who spread the word last night. I'm sure for a few more coins, they would be happily willing to use their showmanship for our parade. Hell, I'll even throw in my skills. Pull out my maracas.
well, you're on the right track. I would recommend.
Was an Nat 20 maracas performance.
I would recommend parade. Musicians, usually soldiers, are present. How do you? I would often just gather that a crowd itself. Crowd go to a rather spot. Just I can go to the Lakeshore Rounds. It north and southern round. You're bound to find crowd. Awkward.
See,
So-
so
Waters early.
Council person.
so that's kind of the thing. Also, is that the thing we're trying to hunt comes out only at night, really. So we were planning to do this whole charade like later in the day.
Well, parade around lunchtime, you know, then we have to travel to where the beast is, so...
Yes, there's a lot of
think
yeah.
fanfare with
time.
a hunt. It is best you
Yes.
get there early. Set up a forward camp, especially if the
So-
king is to be there.
Council person, one thing I think that you would definitely be able to help us with, other than garnering the crowd, but you know the city best. Could you just give us a route? You know, we help. We can find the musicians. You get the crowd. Tell us the route, and we do it. We can. What about the people of Brenfield and the Goblin and tribes? Do you think that would suffice for soldiers? Or should we try and get
Well,
the soldiers
You
of Valamir?
you can't march the goblin.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole
No weapons,
problem.
of course.
Well, they can't come
No
into
weapons.
the
They're
town
not
at
allowed
all.
in.
Oh yes.
You're
I forget.
forgetting that.
The people of Brenfield had idea. They would look more like a crowd.
Yes.
I mean the city soldiers in their uniform. Men in uniform do. Men in wood.
So,
Are you talking like
Captain-
men
or
in
General
uniform or
Miston?
like Like the ladies get all like swoony and like, oh, I love a man in uniform.
I mean, it's not just them.
Oh.
Look, everybody's different.
I mean,
when a
I'm
soldier.
not judging. I'm not
Everybody
judging.
seems
I
to
mean,
act different when a soldier. I've met many a man that has really changed their tune when a man in uniform. That's all I'm saying.
I,
Hey, I don't
uh,
judge, okay? That's not what I'm here for.
Uniform.
I look
I'm
over
here
at
for fun.
Cruz looks over at Brooke and changes his appearance to have a very official looking like military uniform on. He's like,
She just
"Hey
looks
there,
at you and
brother."
goes, "Clearly not my type."
Ooh.
Dang.
Ouch, girl.
Where's Tamelo when you need him?
She leans in and goes, "I
You.
like a bad boy."
I changed my appearance to be wearing like tight leather clothing.
Nah, just no shirt, bunch of tattoos.
It's his normal outfit, but
everywhere.
all leather.
all leather, all black leather.
Your outfit is extremely impractical. I just want to make sure that's known.
It's not a real outfit, remember? It's a
he's
fake
actually
illusion.
just naked.
Cruz is just naked all the time.
Technically, we're all naked under it all.
True.
I mean, why should I wear clothes if
Okay,
I
that's-
make it appear like I'm not?
Every time you walk into like a castle where they don't allow illusions and they get dispelled at the door, you're just like, oh shit.
Damn it.
There's just like a halfling
Old
walking
dude.
around in town here.
Just
Something
walk-
cold just hit me in the back of the head. What was that?
Aw,
Why did he walk underneath?
poor guy.
He's just near. It's a crowded city.
Oh my
It's
god.
his fault.
For the record, Cruz does wear leather armor.
Apparently.
It's important to being alive at this moment.
Yes.
You used to be
I mean-
vulnerable to fire
Oh my
damage.
god.
You guys,
So yeah, we want
Wasanthi.
to get a crowd together, and we need I don't remember the guy's name myself, but we talked with.
Miss Dunn.
Yeah,
The
we can
general.
talk with him again. He was fairly open to helping us.
well, Miss Stawn
seemed.
is the, might I remind
think-
you, Miss Stawn is the representative of the military.
That's-
Within the
yes.
Emerald
okay.
Order.
Different.
No, that is good.
We speak to
If you
him.
need
He
soldiers,
tells his
he may
men
be
to.
able-
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fairly open to helping us. He just wasn't sure how he could.
He,
Hell, I'm sure some of the men would like to come with us on the hunt. I'm sure these men haven't seen action in months.
if you put it to them the right way, you're likely to get that action.
That could be a job for either Cruz or I. The other one of us should probably go around finding that dastardly Sarberine and making sure he will use his powers for our benefit once more.
Well, in terms of a route, I can put something together. I would find it best you speak outside the churches in the Lakeshore route. I can give you a platform outside my church. There are people who come for a noon service. Start. What I recommend, if you can prepare some things in if you could prepare some things prior, see if you can talk to Miss Dawn. I could prepare you a space to speak. You could begin sort of a march, return to the churches at the Lakeshore Rounds, and we could head to Fort Vallis. I think I think that should garner the city's.
Is there any benefit to potentially adding the East Isle or Old Town to our route, or no?
I
Well,
think.
if-
I think we start in the Lakeshore rounds. We can cover every. I'll send us through a route through East Isle, loop back through Old Town. We can hit the Ring, head through Willow Heights, and back through. Get to the whole
Wonderful.
city. And
I mean, we'll surely also be ending in the East Isle, as that is where we're heading for the hunt. So,
well, no,
march
you want
them all the
to
way out of the
end.
city, right?
You want to end your raid, I think. The king, the final.
At Fort Vallis, yes.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
your goal, I think, should be to prepare a march along Fort Vallis. That is where the king will march. Should
Yes.
prepare him runway.
That's exactly what I envision. As we march our way
No.
down from the East Isle to Fort Vallis, we have the streets lined, and ideally, we convince the king, and he comes with us to see that his people are with him and with us
Now,
as we
if-
march out the city.
If we want to get people's attention, I could, put a message with Skywrite out to say to meet at Lakeshore rounds at a time to try to get people there for you to talk.
What about an hour before the noon service?
How does
I don't want to interrupt their, religious people take their Sunday service very.
now?
Then you would want to do
not
it after.
everyone receive I right. Think what it says. Was how enticing. So choose carefully. But it could just be an in the moment. Best to be. Need not hold the time necessarily. I think the writing itself may an adequate
Mhm.
crowd.
Do your mages and wizards not use skywriting to inform your people?
It's just 10 words.
Not the most efficient way of spreading news. We use warriors. Points to like a barrier.
But if we wanted, I can keep it up for an hour. So if we wanted, we could just do it beforehand to draw people.
Yes, that works. Sounds efficient. What do you plan to say?
Well, so you want to get people to listen to you talk about like a parade and
Can
a
you
hunt?
do a symbol? Or is it only writing?
That would have been a question I would have had to ask you. It says choose up to 10
Just
words.
turn it back to me.
Yep. Sorry, Chris, but I have to.
Fine.
It says up to 10 words.
I'm just not sure what skywriting entails.
That appear and maybe made of clouds and remain until for the spell's duration, or a strong wind.
No, yeah, I would imagine it does.
Because I was even gonna say, like, I would want to end it with like an arrow pointing straight down to where Guy would have been standing.
That's what I'm thinking. Something along the lines of, after service parade, celebrate the hunt with
Well,
us. Or...
If we're trying to draw them in just to be mysterious, like, you don't even want to say that much. Like, you'd want to say almost like maybe announcement or something.
Community announcement after afternoon service. Stick around. I don't know. I'm not great with words.
It just makes it sound like official, and we're not official.
Well, making yourself sound official is not a crime.
But if we want to wait till
I'm official.
if we want, so this is something if it's a parade, I don't think you want to wait till before their noon service, because like it could take a while to go around the town and go before the king, and then that would be taking over their noon service if that's your worry. If you want to do it after and try to get them as they're out on the streets and then try to go, I mean, it might be possible.
Are you asking me? I'm sorry.
I'm just talking with the group, putting it out.
I think that idea makes the most sense, yeah.
Which, putting the writing up before the service or just as the service ends?
You
After,
could
yeah.
also do for the... So, the way I see it, there will be 2 speeches, correct? One to gather a crowd, one to gather the king. Which
Correct.
do you wish this gather?
It almost seems like getting Sarberine or maybe some performers at the the rounds just to get people's attention to follow us, and then have your speech in front of the king. You know, just get people that are flashy and performative.
Because that's skywriting. Hard for the king to...
Right. So if it's to get everyone's attention and the king asks what the skywriting's about, and then a bunch of people show up in front of their keep, then they might be more inclined to hear your speech there.
The king invites you to celebrate.
I'm
After
not
Sunday's-
speaking for the
after
king.
Sunday.
Not
That's
speaking for the king.
Good.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, but that's good.
It would force his hand if that's what we want.
It would
That's
force
the end
his
goal.
hand.
We need him. He would be faced with the decision to go with it or go against
Okay.
it.
So you want to put out
All I'm saying.
the king welcomes you for a
Or even Fort Valis invites you. Then it's not the king, but it is.
Well, I mean, if you want to say
Those
the
who
king,
control.
it's we can say it's the king. I just was thinking that might be a bit much, but
He's a vain man, but he's a...
if we want to say the king, like, so what is the way you want it to be worded is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, the king welcomes
if we-
you for an announcement, or like after prayer tidings.
I almost want, like you said before, leave it vague. The king invites you to celebrate after service. Arrow. I don't.
And then we go around with, Sarberine and people making a
Yes.
fuss.
As people arrive, we have Sarberine, some entertainment there. They assume that the entertainment is planned.
Because,
Get
I
them
mean,
to
this
follow.
is something I could do, like, right away. Like, it's instant.
Mhm.
So we could do this as we're going around, and just keep it up until we get to the castle
Oh.
keep in hopefully around an hour.
How much will this strain you? Would it be too much to
No,
ask for
not at
a
all.
second message at some point? Maybe
Not
one
even if we wanted
sooner and
to
one
if
later?
we wanted to plan it out, not even, because this is a spell I could ritually cast. So if we wanted to just give
that's where
me
you take all
10
the time doing the
if we wanted to
mumbo
give
jumbo.
me 10 minutes and 6 seconds, I could do it without expending a spell slot. And then if we wanted to do another message at
late.
later, I could use cast it to change it if we wanted. But if we want to leave it vague,
What? Oh.
It doesn't say. It just says the words appear to be made of cloud and remain in place for the spell's duration. So they would
Depends
just.
on if it's windy outside as well as rain, because
So-
the wind will blow it away.
I mean, it
Well,
would just be like
appear
dark
as
clouds. Yeah, it would be dark.
They are clouds, right? Yeah.
So even then, I guess, yeah, it could even be white clouds on the black. Well, I don't know, but that's what it says. The words appear to be made of cloud and remain in place. Doesn't say anything about lighting or. Yeah, that as well.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, like if you wanted to use, there's spells that you can use, like Gust of Wind or whatever, to like get rid of it if you wanted to. So that's the other thing. It is potential for his advisors to try to block it. We won't know how bad it will be with the rain until we try, really. I also could. I can make a little effect to predict the weather at my location for the next 24 hours, see if the rain's gonna hold out. Tiny harmless sensory effect.
Flavor.
I want to say, like, Grovekeeper will go to, like, the garden he was kind of taking and kind of look at the leaves and stuff like that and be like, kind of, like, look at the dirt before trying to, like, maybe throw pick a leaf and throw it on the wind and be like, to figure out what the weather will be like. Doesn't seem like too bad of a storm. If we wanted,
Maybe make the gathering as the storm ends then.
if we wanted to, it might end in the it might, yeah, it should I mean, it should probably die out in the afternoon if we wanted to even make it like before like around sunset or something, if we start doing it, so that we end at the keep, you know, not at sunset, but, you know, right before. Oh, if the plan is for us to go right today, okay. Then we should, yeah. I mean, Hogs, you didn't happen to prepare daylight or anything, did you? Because if there was a problem with the lighting, you could potentially. I didn't prepare it, but.
Yeah, I have it.
I mean, if there is a problem with the skywriting, you could kind of light it up.
Of course, yeah.
So if we still wanted to try it,
I
we
mean,
would
it
even then
doesn't-
be like a bright
it just
beacon
takes-
walking through.
Oh, muted on stream. Are we muted on stream?
Thank
Yeah, it looks like-
you. Sorry. My dogs were barking, so I had to mute. Naturally. Anyway, continue. You guys were talking.
It doesn't take anything from you, right? So it would just take time. Why don't you try it right now while the rain is
Well,
still
let's
up and
make sure that
mean,
we
you
have
could
the
just, like-
writing correctly. What was the message again? The king
I mean, just
invites
like-
you.
it doesn't even need to be something specific right now. You could just disperse it immediately, right?
It is concentration, sure. But
Test if it would be a problem later on, being with the whole overcast and all that.
I mean, I feel like that is also kind of showing our hand, though. guess just to say range of sight, I could just not go outside.
Yeah, just
Doesn't
well,
say
just
you
do it
have
like
to
our
be
backyard.
We want it. We just want it. We want to
We
be
want
able to see if the weather's gonna blow it away.
Yeah, so just put it in our backyard or something.
Sure.
So,
I mean, I can
to be
take
clear,
time if we want. I mean, I
So Skyrite, and you would know this, it is in the sky. It's not just at any height. It is in the sky.
yeah.
So it is
It's
going to be
up high.
up there. The height of which I will say is dependent on the clouds, not just wherever
Sure.
you want. Is posed on the cloud, so it will just depend on how thing goes. My point of saying that is it's unpredictable. So you
I mean,
can-
I'm
you
fine
can
with
cast it into
even.
the sky to test now and see if it blows away, but then it's to roll it the same die later and
Yeah.
see if it blows
That's
away.
the thing where I'm
It's-
like,
it's a
I'm
dumb
fine
business.
with waiting up until we do it to actually try. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll still have the parade going through.
That is true.
Like, this would, I think, help. I don't think it's the turning, like, the thing we need.
Yeah.
But if we wanted to try that, we were saying we could say the king invites you to celebrate or something.
Something
Or the
says,
king invites you to celebrate a hunt.
that
Yeah. Works.
sounds very good. If I'm being honest, I can prepare you that stage. One of you can gather out, watch it, streets.
That's 8. We'll even throw in this day.
Who did you talk to get this all underway?
We talked with the Hunter's Lodge.
Big Hunt Mountain Lodge. Big Hunt Hunter's Lodge, something like that.
Which was
To the
Just-
east.
yes,
Mhm.
just outside to the east, and they were
Big Game
very.
Hunt. That's what it is.
They were already trying to get people together to go for this hunt, and were themselves hoping to get the king's attention. So we told them we would help, and of course try to get their attention as well.
They wanted the kings.
Well, they said a royal hunt like this would be perfect for that.
Well, yes. I mean, I'd prefer something that
Been a
didn't
long
hunt
time.
at night. Be honest.
Trust me,
It's-
so would we.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will see that we sort of arrange an agreement with their lodge. Make this comes back to them. Once we march through the streets, sort of people, if we can get musicians, that would be phenomenal. Military. Yes, if we have soldiers, we could face no problem. So that is actually.
So we have a couple people we need to go talk to this morning before we get this all going.
Yes, I will focus on preparing the stage and trying to gather people for. Try to spread what. That is where we'll be doing. Okay. Do bring your best, I suppose. Wow. Did not think this is how we would go about it. I really do wish we had Council Person Glanig on our side at this point. She would be great boon to this
Would-
ordeal.
Do you think Shadow Cloak would be a good addition to this endeavor?
How so?
I don't know. I was just we might have a way to. We've been working on a way of getting in with him.
Do I think he'd be good in a hunt?
No, like helping to get things going and all the people like roused up, something like that.
He knows his people. He kinda keep but he can rouse Old Town. I suppose his little sort of community within the he keeps to his own in that, right? Rather secretive man. It'd be hard. Not much of a party, although he. The biggest assets, I think, to us could be Oleia Glanig. I'll try to talk to them. But you all talk to those musicians and soldiers. Good. And he starts to move toward the door. As he does, bursting through the front door, coming with a slam, comes Sarberine as he crashes into that bench a second later as he, like, drunkenly stands up. He goes,
Oh boy.
Wonderful, Sarberine, just the man I wanted to see. Are you ready for another job?
Hello! 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 Hello?
Hello.
What?
Yes,
are
you
we-
said that already a few times.
What are we doing?
First off, I want to congratulate you.
Technically early.
By everything upright.
Yes. But you successfully spread the word. We've had people coming to ask us what is going on with this hunt. So good job.
The hunt? Oh, right, the hunt. Yes.
Yes, how many musicians did you find last night?
All of them. I met up with so many bandmates.
Did you actually spread
Wonderful.
the word, Sabrine, or did you just get
What?
together with your bandmates and have an orgy?
Whoa.
Orgy. I am long past those days, my friend.
Inside check.
It's like, yeah.
Party inside check.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay. Guy knows nothing. 7.
18.
Not long.
Naturally.
But he goes, but he does go. But he just goes, no, I spread the word. We hit every bar around town. Oh, we talked it up. Lots of people, because they
You
hadn't
were
heard
drunk?
anything about the hunt, and well, we're good liars. I mean, I think it was the truth, but either way, it still feels like lying. We're not sure. You know?
Well, speaking of the hunt, we're getting a parade ready today for you and your bandmates.
That sounds
Yes.
loud.
So we're going to need you to go ahead and, sleep it off and rally and be ready to perform later today with your bandmates.
Well,
Is the coin I paid last night sufficient?
You spent it all.
Breakfast, and another
That
drink.
can be arranged.
Well, we're not saying this second. We're talking more
Invite-
around maybe noon or just
Yes.
past noon.
Right. Well,
Invite them over here. We can have councilperson Wasanti's help take care of your dietary needs. You rest up. Be ready to
Santi
go
goes, am I supposed to
around noon.
cook for him? What?
No.
No.
The people, your staff that you have here that work.
Oh,
the people
yes,
that
of course.
feed
Barkley,
us.
This is all
This-
stupid. I'm gonna walk
sausages,
over to Sarberine.
lots of them.
Oh, you're
I'm gonna
about
walk
to
over to Sarberine and I'm gonna
bless
be
a
like, I'm just gonna-
restoration, this man.
yeah, can I just walk over to him and I'm like, come here, come on,
Oh,
come over,
what?
come here,
Oh,
lean down.
oh.
I
wish-
grab the sides of his face and I look into his eyes. Don't fuck this up for us. Okay? And I'll cast Lesser Restoration on him to cure him of his poisons.
Okay.
There's no poison left in his bloodstream.
You.
But he's still drunk.
It is a very
God
odd
damn it.
experience to have that just get sucked out of you, though.
You. You watch as he just looks at you, just kind of blinks for a moment.
All right.
How do you
All
feel?
Jesus.
And there's all the
Guy
poison.
jumps back.
That's much better. Much better. Thank you.
No worries.
Sorry about that. Barkley comes out with sausages. As he goes,
Grease up.
I just kind of look over to him. I'm sorry.
I'm also sorry. The sausages, as he takes I'm still gonna need to get a nap, but yes, I'll get my friends together. You've got a couple more of those in chance? Pointing to hogs.
For all of your friends?
Sausages?
I'm
Probably a number of
I'm
them.
sure they're fine. We have sausages. They'll be fine.
How many of them are there?
They're fine. They got through college with me. And they go off.
No Bardic College.
College was
Oh, Bardic College.
The classic joke of which school would you go to? Wizard school, where they're all in books and stuff, and then Bardic College, where they're just drunk and partying.
You either selling Godsbeard or buying Godsbeard.
It's all just Pratt ideology.
you yeah, you
So we should probably go talk to...
So we have to get Miss Stan. We just got Starbrain and the musicians. We need the Skywrite. We need to get the people of Brentfields to help with the march.
You think
and
you have Starberine.
Yeah, you know, they're in a state right now.
I'd give money.
Well, he asked, is that money sufficient?
He said he needed breakfast.
he said he needed breakfast, and I gave him breakfast. I told him to bring his friends here to get breakfast too.
All his friends, you have one musician.
Well, yeah, we're probably gonna have to give some money to his friends.
He's a persuasive guy.
We'll probably have to pay his friends, that's for sure, but also, you have all the money, I think? I don't think
I'll
I have
slip.
any.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll slip him another 50
I have
gold
I have some money, actually.
and say, as I hand it to him, use this to persuade your friends if you need. Try and keep it to this. If necessary, I can provide more. I say with hesitation.
He looks at you.
Not much.
He looks up
more.
at you and he goes, "You're fine. This will get you every music.
Wonderful.
I've got
50
it.
gold's a lot of gold, dude.
I will gather all of my friends and we will be in the plaza. When do you need us?
I think we're trying to do this just around midday, right?
Yes.
Be
Look
there.
to the horizon for the
We'll be
schedule.
there with the expression there with
Bells on.
bells on. That's we don't really play bells, but
Oh,
it is
I
just
don't
that.
care what kind of music you play. Just
Yeah, it is
bring your
mostly
instruments.
there's mostly string instruments, but if you need
Just
Why
drink
bells,
the-
energy.
I have a pan flute. I could play with you.
I have maracas.
look, we need that charming smile, Cruz. Not
Yeah,
actually
we-
charming.
you guys are gonna
Just
have
be
to figure
clear,
out which
Cruz,
one of you's
uh,
giving the speech.
We probably shouldn't be actually charming people. So you know. Did we
What?
cover this
That's
with
a-
him?
Why
that's-
does everyone think
we
I'm going to be charming people?
It's just we don't think you're gonna listen to us.
You just have like Wild card.
Kind of just do whatever the
Know
hell
that?
you want.
Have you guys talked to him about this? Anyway, I
We
should
did,
go.
yeah.
I've got to go talk to
Brought
Steve.
it up a few times.
And that's coming from Sarbury.
Sorry, I'm offended.
Brooke leans in to you, Hogs, and goes, "Yeah, I'm actually into the wild card."
Stop trying to change my man.
He just like to keep him on edge, as he does I.
As she
guess.
constantly is like, "Are you still talking to that genie?" Like she's just like, "What are you doing, you idiot?"
It is central to his character.
Yep.
None of
I
his
just-
ideas are thought out.
It's just he's so used to hearing people telling him he's doing the wrong thing. It's background noise. It doesn't compute.
It doesn't even faze me.
This is what I don't get. The genie's been nothing but a good guy, guys. Come on.
For now.
I know, it's just Chris like,
Yeah, up until we made you say something.
You know, up
Every
until you
good
know,
guy that
up
I
until
know
you
is
go
ominous.
back into your necklace and we're missing the magic item that
Every
we stole for
friendly guy.
ourselves.
Oh, actually, Crispy, that is something that I forgot until we had actually skipped past it. At the end of last session, I did mention that I wanted to attune to the magic item in the necklace.
yes.
Oh.
To see what it does.
Yeah, if it's still there, buddy.
Well,
Oh, the thing we stole?
Yeah.
You want to
The thing we
attune to
The
stole
it?
thing
that
we
we're
stole to
friends with?
frame ourselves with.
Right.
Yeah, we stole the frame ourselves for stealing.
you can spend an hour with it. It doesn't.
Oh. Well then, okay.
Do you want to fiddle with it for an hour though?
Mess with
I would want to mess with it, yes, to see what it does.
I love fiddling.
Yeah, you're probably good with Arcana, right? Right?
When was
I am
this?
amazing with Arcana.
Aren't we all?
Go
When
ahead.
was this?
This is in the night in my necklace because I'm not taking it
Yeah.
out of the
Go ahead and make an
necklace.
investigation.
It's very good. I feel like that's a good call.
Investigation?
Yes.
It
Oh
is-
no,
it's-
he has to use
it's
his
a
eyeballs.
Box. It is like a box with like multiple different ridges, which just you're not even sure
Probably like
what
a
you're looking
puzzle.
at.
Hear me out. Could I ask Affy to assist me?
Affy is on the other side of the room with a martini, currently going, "Is there a problem?"
Do you know what this thing does?
No, I'm eager to find out. Over
You're
here.
safe from a safe distance.
I'll take it over and sit down at the table with him and say, see, I don't understand.
He's
what
on the
any of
other
these-
side of the thing.
Damn it! Cruz does just like three
A
or four
couple of times, yeah. He's like on the ceiling one of the times, just like still with the
He's like,
martini.
I could do this all day.
The martini still has the
I can
water
get you up
perfectly.
there. All right, fine. Oh, hey, 15.
Okay.
It's actually really good for me. I don't know why I rolled on Forge, but I'm gonna go with it.
Good stuff, though. Ooh. Can't you help me with this? Yeah, from over here.
Go ahead and roll a d.
Ooh. You gotta love a bunch of dumb people trying to figure out a puzzle, right?
This is a single dumb person.
I'm not that.
But I mean, all of us are in the same boat. Like,
Ooh, 50, straight up.
Hey, mate,
exactly in the middle.
Exactly in the middle.
You go blind.
Ah, fuck!
You just all of a sudden, as you turn one of the cube or like one of the corners of the cubes, you like fiddle with one of the, you hear like a tick and something moves at one of the corners, you start to rotate it, you feel it like come out and you can move like one half of the cube a different direction, and as you lift it up, it kind of like splits in half and you only can peer inside for a brief moment, but with a bright flash, your vision just goes white, then black, and does not come back. Affy across the room just goes, you okay? Hello? Bruce?
Oh, right.
Hello?
No, I can't see anything.
Yes.
Did you turn out the lights in here?
Nope. They're still on. Sort of like
Right.
those like fire that always is raging outside the window. You mean that?
Yeah.
No, it's
You
still-
didn't turn off the ever-burning pool of fire
Nope,
outside?
the elemental
You
plane of
didn't.
fire
You
is
didn't
still
turn
there,
off the
believe it or
plane
not.
of fire. You didn't just with the switch or something like.
Seems you're blind.
Yeah, yep, that's the thing.
A bummer.
That's a
Well-
bummer.
Look, if I'm being honest, that thing you're holding, kinda expected it to do something like that. That what you're holding is, well, that's an ancient vessel. That, little container can not only hold very powerful beings, but it can also pocket a demi-plane itself. So yeah, I was not really expecting you. They're rather was just kind of curious what would happen.
Right, nice.
Turns out
Thank
you're
you for the
blind.
vote of confidence there, Affy. Always appreciate it.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I can. Mind if I give it a whirl?
Yeah, I see. You want to try to open this sucker?
No. He like looks. He like thinks for a second. I was gonna say you look at see a look on his face, but you don't because you. No, nothing seems to change in your vision. You're just like absolutely debilitated. He goes, on second thought, that is a very powerful thing. And I fear that one failure precaution may get me trapped there. Maybe on second thought, I'll keep letting you fiddle with it. If you want to do it outside of my... that is fine.
No, I'm definitely gonna leave it in here for now. Appreciate what you're doing.
The temptation...
I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal.
What?
Knock off the first deal that I made with you, and I'll take this out of here right now.
Is this first deal? Non-negotiable clause?
The non-negotiable clause here.
And you keep that out of my plane?
I will never bring it back into your plane again, I promise.
Completely curious. Don't want... tempting. Make a perception.
Nat 1.
He goes, no, to be honest, bring it back, leave. I'm quite curious, and I might change my mind. Maybe I can crack it. You come in here, and I don't blow up.
Well, I'm pretty sure that if something happens to you while messing with this, I'll figure it out, like, before I pop into the vessel. Honestly, I doubt that I'll be able to pop into the vessel if something happens.
Think so? Then I'll be.
So, like, if I pop into the vessel and you're not here and you don't answer, should I, like, jump it through the portal into the plane of fire?
If I were trapped, no, don't jump into the plane of fire. You're made of ice. I'm really concerned you're gonna do that now.
You keep forgetting about that?
Anyway. I got trapped in rescue.
I do my best to. I like you. You're a pal. Right? We have a good working relationship. Why do we need to change that?
He like conjures a martini.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers. And he like thinks glasses. Gonna give it another crack? No, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time actually getting the martini up to my mouth because, like,
Yeah,
you know,
nope,
normally I can
it's
see the
all
drink.
down your front.
Yeah, I can feel it dribbling down my chin.
Anyway, probably have some to get to. I have some. You around?
Yep, alright, bye! And I'm gonna lay there for the next 6 hours, and then first thing in the morning, I'm gonna go, Hogs!
You.
Still blind.
If it doesn't go away.
As you wake up the next morning, you are no longer.
Oh! Gee.
Hog sits up from the end of your bed, rubs his eyes. What?
Oh, what are you doing? Brooke, did you let him in here while I was in my necklace?
Brooke goes. Brooke just like wakes up. Ah! Also,
Darn goblins.
I was asleep here first.
in our room.
I was in bed and you guys laid on top of me.
Why are you in our room?
I was here before. I've slept here every night.
In my room? This is my room. What are you doing in here?
What are you talking about? I claimed this room from the start. Wait, were you guys also sleeping in here?
We've slept in here every night. How did we not notice each other?
That's incredibly weird.
Brooke
I just
goes,
thought those noises were run.
Brooke just goes, was he in here while we... No.
I just thought those noises were run.
Oh god.
Brooke leave.
I leave with her.
Right before you leave, I go, hey, nice.
Reaper! Jeez!
What? What? I was here first! Maybe find a more private setting next
In
time.
our room! You hear from Brooke in the next...
It was my room!
Before I went to bed, I would have then attuned to the Ring of Spell Storing and cast a fireball into it.
Good, it's a good ring.
Unless it already has a spell inside of it. We never actually checked that.
Oh, if you do have Identify,
I don't have Identify.
then who knows, man? You have to cast Identify, I think it says, to find out what spells are in it. Because I had one in a different campaign.
I don't have Identify, for the record.
Ah, the gunslinger doesn't?
It doesn't specify that you have to cast Identify on it to. It just says when found, it contains 1d6 minus 1 level.
Yeah, but I mean, how would you know without Identify though?
Right.
Like you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is right. Identify spell will tell you.
Because it tells you what spells are affecting it. So
So then the question is, does it take the fireball or do I blow myself up?
Does it say like?
I think it states that nothing happens if it can't go in, but again, keep reading. Then again, let me go check Cole's character sheet.
Just the notion of a
Yeah, you just blow yourself up right as you're no longer vulnerable.
Just losing count of how many spells they stored.
Or in the ring, you can cast any spell stored in its spell.
Oh yeah, the spell is
fireball,
extended without effect.
2
It's a-
fireball.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it
Yeah.
states that much.
2 fireball.
No, it takes.
3 fireball. No.
It takes.
Yeah, the spell has no effect other than the stored in the ring. If the ring can't be held, the spell extender won't affect. So, I think you lose the spell slot, but the spell effect won't happen.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't expect that she would have given us a ring that had a spell already stored into it.
Oh my god, I need to get Cole one more hit point. I forgot he has 68 HP. That's so upsetting.
Oh,
The game was like, nope, close but no cigar.
So, anyways, fast forward back in time.
So we gotta go.
Stay out of our room.
So we gotta go talk to.
yeah. So he's gonna do the stage, the parade route, and talk to those 2 council people. One of us needs to go to Miston, and
Well-
somebody needs to go get the townspeople.
Well, I think we want to go to Miston first because we need the guard to watch the people for the parade.
Mm-hmm.
So we
On
need
the
to go
march to the
there,
parade.
talk to him, get the people there, and then go.
You guys go to.
So, is that
Oh, we
the
need
only
to get the
person we
people of
needed to
Brentfield,
talk to?
too.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
you guys just need to
people-
go to Westwood Court unless you have any.
I think we should get the people of Brentfield to join just to have more numbers for the parade. That'd be easy.
Um,
And then I
Sure.
don't think that'd be a heavy persuasive task, so we could even just send like one of the 2 non-persuasive people or both of them.
I mean,
We have names, you know.
Or we can send Moog.
I'm.
I don't like the ideas of us splitting up so much.
Yeah, it went so well last time.
If
Well-
we just send Moog and then the 4 of us stick together.
Good. Hey, wait.
Hmm.
Want me to get jumped?
Charging
What did
battery.
it just say? Does
I
anyone
mean-
here have ears? I know mine are like obnoxiously large, but
As far as getting the people of Brenfield, weren't a number of them? They're all like in houses just outside the wall, right? Is that what the thing was? I forget
A
where they
house
were.
and the tents. Yeah, most.
Okay,
We're mostly
um,
encroaching on people's farmland.
How far was that even from like where the guards station was that we talked with them before? I imagine that's kind of by a wall. It might not be too far out of the way.
Well, if you remember, we came in through the northern gate through Willow Heights. If you go through Willow Heights to Old Town, you can get to West Road Keep. Which is where we should find Captain Miston.
We came from the north.
Captain? General?
I thought we
Anybody
came from
remember?
like the west.
no, we came from the north.
Okay.
We came from Brentfield.
Glengrove is from.
Was-
Yeah.
Just to be Wasanthi answers. Miston was once a general. He is technically retired. He is just council. However,
He would be who we could talk to, at least to find out who to talk to.
however, he has trained every soldier that has come through
Mhm.
West Road
In-
Keep. Every
In my experience, military personnel are very proud of their service, and
So, I mean,
typically,
that's
yes.
really not out of the way if we wanted to go tell the people of Brenfield and then just circle back to talk to them. And then we wanted to. We were starting at Lakeshore Rounds, right? Or 'cause
yes,
that's what.
that is where.
Big Shore Plaza is where.
Okay. and then we're doing the
The
parade
parade.
after that to go
And then we
to
go
Fort Vallis.
To Fort Vallis, do the speech.
Well, you know, as close as we can.
And then,
So yeah, think it would make sense. We could go talk to the people of Brenfield, circle back, talk to them, and have the guards that are willing to come with us right before we do the skywriting to get their attention, hopefully, and have
are we not doing the
Sarberine.
skywriting early? Starberine did say that people didn't quite believe him, so having something
Right,
posted
but
early would
I
get
don't.
their attention.
But if we're trying to get them right away with the parade, the plan was just for me. I was gonna say the king invites you to celebrate a hunt this day, and that would hopefully get them just to follow us. And I'll keep it up. It'll maintain for how like up to an hour for how unless someone interferes or the weather interferes.
Okay, sure, sounds good to me.
But so I'm just saying, if we wanted, we could even do it at the keep when we first leave, then, if you want. And I can hold the skywriting until we then meet up with Sarberine and them. Like, if they could do it that early if you want.
Sure, that would actually be good, because then we could tell Sarberine, look for the writing, and when you see the writing, you and your friends need to make your way towards the plaza. You hear that, Sarberine? I think he's sleeping. I hope he's sleeping. Let's put it that way.
But if we wanted, I mean, I think that makes sense. And then let's... Anything else?
Makes sense to me.
So then off to the
Yeah.
camps up north first. Unfortunately,
Sure.
we can't get the goblin camp and them in, but we could try to get the people of Brenfield.
Yeah, no.
Now
Yeah,
I won't.
no, but
while
we should-
I'm doing the skywriting, I won't be able to enhance you guys as I normally do
That's okay.
because I
can
can't keep
take
both
up
of that going.
Mantle.
Well, we both just took one typically. But anyways, I can hold this skywriting, and even if need be, right before you start talking, just drop the skywriting and do that.
If needed. I think,
Yeah, if needed.
The one should be fine. I don't think we should do a dual speech. Usually,
I don't
that
think
could
you
end up
would
being
need. Yeah, I
messy.
don't think you would need to be. I hope you don't need to be enhanced to talk to the people of Brenfield. Just wait until we get to right outside Fort Vallis.
You guys head out. Load, correct?
Sounds like the plan to me.
Yep.
Yeah, you went
heading
head,
towards the people of Brentfield.
you head through the cobbled streets of East Willow, the vacant manors, sides, or beautiful iron gates which run to the front of wonderfully landscaped state grounds with 3-story manors, one individually placed one by one past those and original district of Willow Heights, which are more cobbled storefronts, which span to gate. As you pass through, you get a number of nods from familiar guards who come and go, and you head out into the farmlands off the north end. As you start to head to Riverside, where the camp of goblin tents are all arranged, the leather and bone structures that make up the goblinoid tents definitely draw a lot of eyes, but as they align sort of next to a number of Brenfield tents, they have grown sort of amalgamated together as the citizens of Brenfield and the citizens of the tribes sort of meshed a few of their tents to create this.
As we see the goblin tribes, it'll kind of hit guy, and
Charging
anybody who
battery.
sees just kind of sees him go like, you know, we should let the leaders of the goblin tribes know to meet us at the eastern gate at East Isle. What do you say? Maybe 2 hours after the skywriting?
You already
Gives us
see
time to do the whole.
the road which runs alongside does have a number, which are currently
Yeah.
Loaded.
I think some of you guys talked to them. That was why we
We
split
told them
up
last night,
session.
yeah, to get them ready, but we didn't tell them exactly where to meet, right?
no,
because we
not.
didn't have the plan ready. So
you did
I
not.
figured we can let them know.
Yeah, if someone wants to run over there.
But it seems
I can
Brenfield
do- I'll do
and
that.
the Brenfield citizens and the tribes alike are preparing for like a hunting, hence supplies sort of like as it seems Brenfield citizens have taken a little bit more of sort of in-line approach, as they've like packed poles, streamers, various sort of party equipment, as they have these like large sort of multicolored tents sort of unfurled and
My
packed in
people.
parts. They have taken this 100% as a hunting. Tribes are Belcar currently guarded at the moment, as so are the dire wolves. As you approach, Nathan sort of saunters up to you and go, "Hey, good to see y'all. We've been preparing best we can for the hunt. Y'all got a plan in order? We've been sort of running on whispers here. Anything? Hello? Why am I getting blank stares?
I ran off to go tell the
Oh, I
tribes
thought you were
captains. Nope.
Sorry.
Sorry, I went to go tell the tribes captains.
Right.
So
Yep. We're
Okay.
we got some plans for tonight. We're gonna gather up some people. There's gonna be a skywriting thing. We're gonna all like parade through town. We want to grab the people of Brenfield to go with us. Unfortunately, we can't grab the goblins because they don't want them inside the city walls yet, which we're working on. We're getting there. But we want the people of Brenfield to come and help gather up people to parade up to the king, so we can convince the king to come join us. And if the king sees that we're all a lively bunch of chaps, fun people, then
Well,
perhaps we'll
Dalen
convince
has been working alongside sort of Rovek and Bobsley. They're right over there.
you see Guy talking to them.
We can sort of start moving our equipment in that direction, start getting set up while folk and start sort of advocating for our town, I guess. Can I think that's a good idea. I'll keep a few folk myself, sort of work alongside the tribes, but I think it's good. We'll tribes sort of busy with the setup. That sounds bad. I mean, like setting up the camp, not like a
right.
setup.
Yeah, I understand. I
Get it.
understand what you mean.
Well,
I'll get it.
do you need Dalen? Because I think Dalen's sort of working alongside these tribes folk.
Oh yeah, Dalen, you can keep Dalen. And mostly we just need numbers. It doesn't matter who the people are as long as we got numbers to help.
Well, yeah, if you want to gather them up, unless you want me to.
Oh, I can go gather him up.
Yeah, just I'll stand beside you. I'll help you shout to the folk. But yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they're all yours. We're turning out for our town here, so best of luck to you.
Alrighty.
He like leads you over to where like many townsfolk are like rain hoods and cloaks on. Goblins are helping, sort of one and all. As Dalen kind of gives you a nod, sort of. Hey,
People of Brenfield, we're going on a party. You ready to parade through town? We're gonna gather up the.
a pit stop.
Yeah, have a quick big stop, and then we're gonna gather up all the people through Valamir and stop by the palace. Have ourselves a good old-fashioned shindig.
wait, we're going to a party at the palace? Someone shouts
Nah,
in the crowd.
No.
We're doing a
outside.
parade. We're doing it outside. The party's gonna be outside the palace, and we want the king to come outside to the palace to the party.
Wait, we're doing like a parade in the rain?
Hell yeah! It's the best time to do a parade.
We can't control the weather.
Well, you can see like a bunch of murmurs. The group, just all whispering amongst each other. I'm sorry, Nathan leans in. He goes, well, you're gonna need to give him more than that, buddy. Hey, y'all,
Guy hear this?
folks, listen up. What'd you say?
Can Guy hear this?
Yeah.
Going on?
Of
How
course.
far?
You're off talking to Zrovek. Zrovek is just like, yes, what is it?
Oh,
You can see he's talking to Dalen. There's a couple of other of the tribes leaders
Zrovek.
around him.
If all goes well, we are hoping to have the hunt parade over and be leaving the East Isle East Gate to start the hunt about 2 hours after you see the skywriting in the sky over Valamir.
He goes, just give me a location to start up our forward camp and begin setting up location.
Yes, set yourselves up outside the river, outside the eastern gate.
Okay,
Just-
I
You
can
can
do
probably
this.
just send him to the hunting lodge.
I will have this done and have a perimeter featured. As he is saying this, you hear like crews shouting, the group of
Raid in the raid!
yeah.
Oh, okay. I need to go. 1 second. And guy kind of hustles over. No. Don't worry, y'all. Grovekeeper here has told us that the rain will subside. And we will have sunshine in the
Oh,
afternoon,
well-
which is when the parade. I kind of. The afternoon is when the parade is going to be. Come on, you guys, come on. Don't worry, we will have sunshine. Just get yourselves ready as you would on any normal day. Make your way into the city. Bring whatever celebratory accessories you wish to bring, and be ready to parade your way towards the fort and help make our case to get the king to join us on our hunt.
The king. You hear like a bunch of squabbles. The king, as other, how are we supposed to get the king to join us? One of them shouts.
We'll take care of that. We just need you to show your support and that you are excited about the hunt.
We have been spreading the word across the city, and the people of Valamir will show up. We need you to show up as well, to show that we are united.
You can see them sharing a couple of nods and right. What are we hunting?
A bird.
Giant
Great.
black raven.
Giant ass bird.
I can hold up like one of the giant feathers. I have
Yeah,
one.
we have the feathers, yeah.
You pull out the feather and hold it up. You just hear a
Guy kind of does it.
Cruz gasps too.
Let's go fuck that bird up! You hear from the crowd. As a bunch of them, yeah, woo! A parade in the rain, in the rain. As a bunch of them let out a cheer.
Yeah, I mean, haven't you seen like the firework guy in the rain? So much better.
As they let out a bunch of cheers, you can see a bunch of them throw what they're carrying down in muck. You can see Nathan goes, oh, well, you don't have to. Wait, we're gonna have to pick that. Good. As they're like parade and just start running past you, Nathan's just like, all right, oh come on.
One guy out there.
There's one guy left.
No, it's what Guy has put in the Twitch chat. Let's go fuck that bird. Wait,
what? Who said that?
What?
There's one guy out in the crowd that's really
that guy's
hiding.
outrageous. Unless we don't think. No,
I mean,
no,
unless
no,
you're okay
no.
with it. I mean, if you guys are okay with it.
You guys.
So now we have to go march down to the keep. Was the West Road keep?
Okay, you guys head off to.
Yeah, so they don't. So yeah, I just told them they don't have to follow us. Just as they get ready, make their way into the city.
They're following you.
Oh.
Yeah, of
Bad.
course they are.
No, they're immediately like.
They're like ducklings.
They're putting on their best outfit, and getting ready.
Oh, we haven't done that yet, did we?
But they're heading down to make sure.
I mean,
your best outfits were for a dinner
Snaps his
party.
fingers.
yeah, our outfits are for a dinner party. I'm wearing stuff for a hunt, dude. Like, I got my armor
Oh,
on.
true. I guess that makes sense. We want to be all.
You can
Clad
change
out.
it to best outfits if you want, but that's not what the best outfit intent was.
I'm
for.
gonna shine my armor.
I still don't even know what my armor does. We gotta
have
figure that
leather
My
out.
armor.
leather armor.
That's not how that works.
I'm gonna
I'm
stain
incredibly
my armor.
insulted.
I mean, it's not that it's not how it works, but you want to oil it, is what
You're
you're
just
looking
peeing
for.
on your armor, guy. Why?
Oil it.
Stop doing that.
Oil it. Oil it.
You gotta
Oil it.
moisten up that leather.
You
Yep.
all head through
Find
the
my
north.
guns.
With the
Once
strappy
more,
things, right?
a couple townsfolk follow you in. As you enter through alleyways to get to West Road Keep, you
Charging
get
battery.
stopped with a few questions at the gate, but a quick answer. Visit by name. Pass allowed
We
to
shall
pass.
pass.
Sorry, I just need to make sure everything I'm saying.
It's a little
No.
bit just quieter.
You can hear it.
You
Yeah.
can, but
I don't
I
know
think
if
my
it's
noise
not-
gate
yeah.
doesn't let the stream pick it up. That might be a very important thing I have to keep in mind. But this is a much more intimate version of stream, as long as I remember to keep my mic close. You guys, as you enter West Road Keep, you kind of cut along the wall to where you know Miss Stahn's home is, and you can see he's already in the pit outside his home, sort of beating a young man into submission in some sort of wrestling match, as he is on about, "This is why you must always keep a strong footing," as the young man is like trying to tap out, but his arm is locked in. He goes, "Ah, hello," as he drops the boy into the sand and stands up. He goes, "It's good to see you all again. How fares everything?"
It is going well. We are preparing to celebrate a hunt with the king. We were wondering if your men would be willing and able to help us, one, celebrate the hunt in a parade, and then if they are willing to join us as well.
Charging
Not
battery.
mandatory, but
My
I
men.
figure your men, yes.
don't have men.
Your people.
Right, we're looking for a soldier presence, and we were hoping you could help us with that. Because apparently everybody in this town is horny for soldiers.
Well,
Council member Wasanti suggested it.
yes. I do know what Councilman Vasanti is implying, by that, but I don't have the ability to so easily command troops like that. I am just a trainer of them, even myself.
A man that they respect, though, no? You personally shaped all of their careers.
This is true. Some
I
would
mean,
see it like that. As he looks
Without
down
you,
at the...
they wouldn't know how to defend themselves or wield a blade.
You hear that? He says to the guy who's like putting his sock.
I mean, this guy
socket.
wasn't even using your momentum against you. You're a big, strong guy, and he's small. You can't beat him?
I'm sorry. I like you. What's your name again?
Friendly. Guy friendly.
Right. I do hold stature amongst these men, but they still a I can get some of them that are making the route, I suppose. That's only if I really swing some favors. I could do that for you.
Well, the king has approved it.
It's only going to be a few soldiers, not much of a crowd. If I can,
What if we were willing to pay?
if I could sweeten the pot for them. Well,
I'll pull out 100 gold and drop it in his
my
hands and
goodness.
say, "Will this sweeten the pot for some of them?"
this will pay soldiers. Good. I will make sure you guys have a regiment to guard you. I'll make sure you have two.
Appreciated.
He puts the gold upon his belt, and he turns to the young boy. He goes, "Up, up! Grab your things. Our lesson's over early today. I have work to finish. Go!" As the young boy packs up his things and runs off.
As he walks off, can Guy just say, "If since we're paying, we don't need him."
No, I'm gonna give you competence.
Oh,
People
wonderful.
that look the part. He says loudly as they.
Fuck, man.
It's okay. Some people need the drive. Trust me. He'll come back tomorrow, trying vigilantly to kick my ass. It's not gonna happen.
Hopefully he was listening.
He is crying off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, cut to this guy walking home.
Just violently sobbing.
He's like, "What did I do this for? Mom said I would never be a good soldier."
Hey,
I wanted to
peasants
be
gotta
a
make
cook.
living.
Girls don't like soldiers. Girls like clowns.
I tried to tell them.
As Sarberine is currently just arm around 4 women. A professional clown. The
Should have gone to Bardic College.
should have gone to Bardic College, but not guard school.
As every bard will tell you, easiest 4 years of their life.
The you can see Miston immediately goes inside his home, just kind of shuts, grabs something, shuts his door, and starts to head off up the hill to the top of Westroad Keep.
So do we want to wait around here, or do we want to wait with the people of Brenfield before we start this? Because we're a little early, I think, at this point. And we gotta give him time to get his soldiers together.
By the time
Well,
you get
well,
down
and-
to Lakeshore Round, a crowd should be gathering. Not to mention you.
We need to tell the Hunters Guild anything?
Not to mention you do have to you should.
I mean, we haven't, but we could.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we should probably tell them something so they're ready, right?
I mean, you would want to. We could send them like a message. Like I could send them a message with peepers because that'd be like way out of our way.
There you go. Yep, sounds good.
So we could
I'm
write
just
a
trying to
message.
think of what else.
Yeah, but what do you want to tell them? Like, you can write
Probably
the
just
message.
to meet. Yeah, just same thing we told the Goblin tribes. Meet us at the.
Outside
Well,
the east
well,
gate.
do we want them to join us for the hunt?
They were gonna. They were getting a
Yeah.
party together.
Or for the parade, I mean. So, if they want to join us for the parade, we should have them meet at the.
Well, then you can say like we're getting
plaza.
a parade together
Mhm.
for about noon. Look for skywriting to bolster the hunt,
Yeah.
and
Try to
then
get
we
the king's
plan to
favor.
go out tonight from the east gate, something like that.
Yep.
Okay, we can write a little parchment, tie it to Peeper's little leg, and have him fly out to the hunting lodge.
Look to the sky for a
And-
message. We gather for a parade to celebrate the hunt.
Was
Then
Ivan
we
one of the
leave through the
guys
east
from the
gate.
hunting lodge?
No,
No, Ivan was his
I can't remember. I have the names written down, but I can't.
advisor of the
Um,
king.
Okay, that
Mary
was it.
Jo. No.
I mean, I would give Peepers like a mental image of the person we talked with.
The person that like
Temples
the
of
lodge is
Forbidden
owned
Water?
by Mariste. Mariste. I think it's Mariste is big game hunting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Guy's
elven woman
friend is
runs hunting
Ronnie.
lodge east of Valamir. Yep, that's my note. Mariste.
Maristas. I have Marista, Hermie, and Mondo.
Was that the person we talked to? I thought we talked to. I mean, I don't. It's been too long, but I thought it was a guy
I think
I
we might
knew
have talked to
somebody.
Ronnie.
like Glanage.
Glanig is one of the council person.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
got so
Ronnie
many
Herschel.
names.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Ronnie Herschel is
I thought.
Was that
That's
the
not
guy
the
we
guy.
talked to?
or no. Are you guys just currently curious on who the
We're curious
Yeah,
on
I'm
who
trying
we
to
talked
remember
about
who we
the
talked to
hunt.
at the hunting lodge.
Was it Marista or was it some just like a hunter there?
It was like a head hunting
You
guy.
had met Marissa. But it was Ronnie you had dealt with.
Okay, so that's who I'd probably try to send peepers to. Because he would, know the hunt we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie Herschel. Yeah, 100%.
And then, so, I mean, I know we're aiming for noon, I guess. And just, so we want to start the message as we come in with the people of Brenfield, and we'll try to keep it up until we get to the Lakeshore rounds. And if need to be, I can do it again. Does that sound like the plan?
Sounds good.
Because then for the first time, I would ritually cast it with, if we're going to try to use 2, I would prefer not to use 2 spell slots.
Yeah, let's ritual cast it. We got time right now.
Yeah, it would take 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, I
the
would argue that
message...
maybe you and I don't follow the exact parade route and we get there 10 minutes earlier so that way you can not have to use the spell the
Second
second
one.
time as well.
You guys are walking.
Sure. Yeah, it's overcast today. There's no sun.
17?
Guy, as you
Oh wait, more
Wow.
than 17. 20. 30, 20.
As you look out, a couple down the couple hundred way across a rather growing crowd to this bit crowded street. Want something out of the ordinary. A person pitches you by all Mason. Ring it.
Can I blend into the duck into the
Just to
crowd
be
and get
clear-
everyone's attentions?
Just to be clear, Chris, I did cast Gentle Repose on him, which prevents him from being resurrected in any way.
For 10 days.
Or raising him. Yeah.
But we see him.
Well, I don't know who else sees him,
Well, yeah, you
I
see
see.
him.
but Guy sees him. I'm gonna try and duck into the crowd and grab, get as many of my friends' attention as possible to try and break line of sight.
I will follow you.
Yup.
All of us, I'm guessing.
If he grabs everybody, yeah.
21.
19 for me.
We like a +4.
10.
10.
All right.
Okay, you guys dip out of sight into an alley.
And as we get pulled, I'll just say, oh, I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty positive I just saw Mason. The man who tried to kill you,
Mason.
Whirl.
Mason?
You could say the man you
Mason.
killed.
the
the man
person that we killed.
who should not... I should not be seeing him.
No, we shouldn't.
I guess it's been more than 10 days. That's
I mean,
problematic,
if
I
he's
suppose.
here, he would definitely be looking for you, Guy, for what we know.
If he's here, he's under his payroll for sure, right? Or his control or whatever.
I mean, it would make sense.
It must be, right? There's no way. Unless no one else would have any reason. We buried him.
I cast a spell on him. He shouldn't.
Pretty sure we burned his body.
Thinking back, Chris. No, we didn't burn his body. We burned the other guy's body.
Okay. I was like, I remember burning somebody.
Redding Wilkins.
Redding Wilkins' body.
Okay.
If I do the math right,
They just kind of left him
has
in the
it
woods.
been more
that's
than
right.
10 days since the demise of Mason?
I would think so. Honestly, that was way back before Brenfield
It's
fell.
close. It'd be hard to say. No, you think your spell may be covering it still, but it would be coming close to that point.
Yeah. Maybe it's been 10 days, but he shouldn't be able to be
He looked
up
perfectly
like that.
fine. Guy, like he looked as if he hadn't.
It's
had
been-
his head
It's
blown
been
off.
9 days.
Is it an illusion?
It's only been 9 days.
I mean, it could be many things. We don't know. The
All I
thing
know is what I saw, and from that distance, I could not tell if it was some kind of trickery.
Can I take a peek around the corner and try and see if I can see him?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Alright. 21.
20. You peer out into the crowd. You do not see any. You see a busy crowd. You scan every face one by one. You don't see any time.
Where was he, guy? He's gone.
I'll kind of peek around the corner and point in the area and do my own check. Huh. Like I said, I could have been mistaken, but
Let's go check out the area, yeah?
let's
I mean, I don't.
we're pressed for business. Let's go about our business and see.
I don't know how much time we have, and I can also tell you from trying to follow them, I wouldn't recommend it.
What are you talking about? It worked out so well for us last time.
Let's just keep a sharp eye out, huh?
Alright then.
Alright, I'm on high alert now, so I'm gonna
I mean,
just
we
keep
should
an eye out.
always be
at all
on high
times.
alert, to be honest. They're always after us. Probably you in particular, guy. You really pissed him off. You did all but piss on his grave.
Yes.
I
Yes, know.
need
At
a
the time, I just wanted-
Constitution saving throw from Guy.
This one's been doing pretty good, so I'm gonna keep it up.
It's time, baby!
14.
14, you fail.
Ouch.
You watch, guys, as from the darkness deeper in the alleyway you've creeped in, tendrils of living darkness
we should get in a
reach
crowd,
out
man.
and start to seep into Guy's flesh. Guy, you are going to take. Where's the? There it is. We are going to give you this much
damage.
28 points of necrotic damage. As a bunch of negative energy floods into your body. As you hear, I will get what I deserve from within the darkness as it starts to ever darker. What are you doing?
Push out into the.
You
just
can
get out of
see a
the
figure
alleyway.
60 feet into the alleyway. At like a crossroad.
I've got tendrils attached to me.
No, they only.
You're not grappled.
You
or
are
anything.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, you were not.
Okay, it was an
grappled by
attack,
it.
not a
Yeah, it was
grapple.
negative
Okay.
energy flood. The spell. You did
I mean,
not die by it, so you're not a zombie.
I'm trying to push people out of the alley, just get in the crowd.
Okay. I fall back and I just start to like push myself backwards on the ground
okay.
as fast as I can.
You start to
for,
crab
like,
walk away.
Probably a whole round, and then I
Okay,
get
so
my senses and try to get up.
you got it. As you
roll.
do, you guys just run, full direction run.
Well, if I'm right by Guy, seeing that he's hurt, I'm definitely gonna just cast a level 2 Cure Wounds into him real quick.
Okay. Your first action
Yeah.
is to immediately turn and cure wounds your friend.
Yeah, I
want
want
to
to heal
Guy
him
gets
up.
to see me
So
fall.
you will get 18 health back.
Cool.
Hogs is gonna like kind of put up his shield and try and give Guy as much cover as possible, and only
The heck?
move as a unit with Guy.
And Cruz is going to launch a fireball from his ring directly at the figure.
We should just leave everyone.
I'm sorry, what are we doing?
He's shooting a
fireball in
fireball
the
by
city.
some people's houses.
In the alleyway, burn down everyone's house,
What are we doing?
as you do.
Are you casting fireball?
It's I'm
Okay.
that's
fine.
Throw the fireball.
I'm just saying these
I'm
things.
still
He's
trying to
doing
get-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get people to back
What is
up.
your DC, if you don't mind putting it?
16.
Okay. Can't I find?
So like immediately, like, Guy is hurt.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, good thing I leveled up my health, huh?
Hey, not too bad.
Hey, you rolled more than him.
Loser. That's right. My team's better than you.
Just keep mocking the vampire. That wants you to-
Notice that I'm speaking
Or-
in my own voice.
Either vampire or
No,
soon
no,
to be
no.
vampire.
Doesn't let me.
The person you're antagonizing is definitely Crispy, not the vampire. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Works all
he
the same.
fails. I'm gonna use one of my legendary resistances
Yeah.
on Alandir to not take 15 damage. Thank you very much. But that's still 15 points of damage. So, oh, it took it automatically. Did it? How? No, wait. How did it? I don't know. You watch as the fireball just explodes down the alley. Go ahead and give me a D100. Explosive fireball. Down the alleyway.
57.
57. It's about a
Pretty good
fireball down
rollies,
an alley.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
about what you'd
Good
expect.
numbers.
There's definitely some bits
Cobblestone
of
loose.
there's some cobblestone that has fallen to the ground. Bits of the top half of a wooden structure
Some
that
thatch
begins
roofs.
to catch fire, and as screams come from the alleyway, and you watch as Alandir quickly goes nope and starts to take out of there as well.
That's what I was going for.
And yeah,
he-
we need to run, right?
Yeah, I'll grab onto Guy with
So we're in Old Town.
You are currently in Old Town, yes, just outside of
That's what
West
you
Road
said.
Keep. Where
So
are
we
you? What are
probably
you
wanna-
doing? What
wanna
is your...
Do we want to run up
As
north
we start
then?
to run, can I look and see what's this fire looking like?
There is.
It's raining.
There's some fire starting to climb
right.
up the corners of some buildings, and there's a light rain putting out some of it. But yeah, there's a lot of wood in the area. There's like a barrel or two that was down the alleyway that is currently just a smoldering husk. 30 points
Okay.
of damage. That was a good fire.
I'm
wasn't
a
not
fireball.
strong, but I'm gonna put my all into pulling back on Cruz.
Well, and I
Pulling
will.
back.
How about this? Can I shape water to begin putting out the fire with the rain, seeing that Alandir is an open out?
Okay. I will say Alandir immediately starts darting in the opposite direction as a big fireball has gone off. As you start to just dart instinctually, Guy grabs you and a saner head quickly prevails. You can use shape water. Shape water. I mean, there's plenty of water around, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be the right. Shape water is the cantrip.
Not creator.
Yes,
destroy.
it is the cantrip.
Actually, have
It is
No, I
like
don't.
a slow process, but you can, especially in rain. You know, this is your element. You can do the process. It's just going to be a slower thing, as a big smoldering fireball was just let off in the area.
I can cast Creator Destroy Water as a second level spell once per long rest too. So I'll cast Create Water right over where the fireball was too, and just
Yeah. Okay.
30 gallons of water.
Dump a gallon, 30 gallons of water. Yeah.
That you can spread out widely, and it comes down like a sudden
One solid
rainstorm.
yeah.
And it just washes out the fire that you just put in the area. As you double back, you can hear running to your location currently from West Road Keep a number of armored guards currently running down the street going, out of the way, out of the way, make way!
Just get out of the way.
As
Yep.
you guys are still on the scene currently, just like casting, you hang out on the scene as the fire's being put out.
I was expecting for us to move.
Yeah, I was gonna say as they start to run up, I'll start to like back us away as if we were part of the crowd and see if that does it, and if
And
we'll
just
see.
try to
You
slither
can make
away.
everybody can make a deception check to do that.
Yep.
Or
Oh,
I choose to make a
Well,
stealth
no,
check
yeah, no,
instead.
I'll walk out and I'll talk to the guards.
okay. But if you wanna slink away with the crowd and try to do that, you can do a deception check. You'll have
Can I try and
advantage
just-
since Cruz is walking up, talking to the guard.
Can I just try and hide amongst the crowd?
You
rather
can
than
also hide.
blend in?
If
Perfect.
you want to. You wouldn't be hiding amongst the crowd. You'd be hiding.
Okay, that's fine.
But
I'll take that over my deception.
as you were very much part of this commotion and seen
Yeah.
as it,
Right.
people would part from you as you started to hide amongst them. The
Yeah.
Heck, I mean,
25 deception.
it's either
what if I use my hidden step to just turn invisible for 12 seconds before hiding around the corner?
you're out of there then. You just start moving. 12
I just hear the armor and go, nope, turn invisible and walk away.
Homer Simpson shrub meme, but without the shrub.
As I start to deception, I'll just do one final like pull back on Whirl Cruz's shoulder
He's good with
to
his
see if he follows me.
Well,
but...
Whirl is giving you advantage as he steps forward, so he's already committed to that. As the guards
Oh, okay.
come up,
Oh, I didn't.
as the guards come up, he goes, "Out of the way!" Out. They are going to give a once over of the scene.
It'd actually be 40 gallons of water since I cast it at a second level.
As they approach, what are you doing, Whirl? The sort of like fireball and water now washing steam up into the air as these kind of like rain-drenched guards kind of come down the road and start making a direction into the alleyway. They start looking about. The crowd parts. What do you say?
Oi, over here, right over here. I see you.
All right. What seems to be all the commotion over here? As check out the alleyway. Make sure nobody's in there. As some people like start heading down. They march down the alleyway. As one guy, what's all the commotion?
We were attacked by a vampire, so I cast a fireball, and then immediately cast a whole bunch of water over it to put out the fire that was started. But the vampire buggered off after the fireball.
Hold up. Make a persuasion check.
This is not the first day they've heard a vampire story, all right? This is the second day they've heard of a vampire attacking in the
someone's
street.
got one of those
16.
vampires.
16. He goes, hold up. Vampires, fireballs. What? Okay, so you're some sort of
Oh,
wizard.
Yeah,
You're telling me.
yeah. I snap my fingers and change my appearance. See, look, I can cast magic. Boom.
Okay.
Just my clothing, just my face is totally.
Yeah, totally. Okay. And you're being hunted by a vampire?
I'm not. My friend is. They took him to get him taken care of. I was sticking around to make sure it wasn't like we, cast it and run. Didn't want to think we were buggering off on the crime scene or anything. But
What
he
is
was
your
attacked-
name?
Whirl.
You watch as he out Pete Vel. On it. Whirl of where are
Just
you
Whirl.
from?
Oh, right. The collection.
The cult. That's some sort of cult.
No.
That sounds like
no,
a
it's,
cult.
It's the just disappears.
You
No,
what?
it's not a. It's not a cult. It's it's where the what we called ourselves. my
Make a
people.
deception.
No, that's not.
Because it's a cult.
This is not even
not
your
a cult.
personality in general. This is a fake person in general. You still need to make a deception. check.
World doesn't exist. In
World
the
doesn't
real world.
exist.
11.
11. He goes. Sounds like a cult.
I'm. All right. I'm with Brentfield.
Look, I'm not here to judge people's religious organizations. Want to be a part of a cult? You're a part of a cult. World of the collection.
No, of Brentfield. I'm with
Brentfield.
them.
Hey,
yeah.
you should probably get out of there if they're not healthy. Emotional. Anyway,
My
what
emotional
happened here?
development is very healthy, thank you.
I did not mean
we-
offense.
We ducked out of the crowd to have a quick conversation and just out of the rain for a second. and the vampire popped up on the opposite end of the alley. You know, muttered something ominous to my friend. Dark tendrils reached out and grabbed him by the throat. I cast a fireball. He buggered off. I cast water.
Walks
But-
down the alleyway.
My companions took my friend to see.
Yeah, I saw it.
Who said that? Was it you?
No. They always
shove
assume it's the
back.
tall guy.
He like peers. You can
Like
see.
crouched behind somebody. Can I shove them forward?
What
I mean,
was
I'm
your
definitely staying
deception
by
check?
you, guy. I can't let
My
you be by
deception check
yourself.
earlier was 25.
Okay. He goes, you!
Thank you,
Points in the
advantage.
crowd. He, like, makes eye contact with you, guy, as he reaches forward and picks up this, like, scrawny guy in front of you. Was it you? No?
Yeah, I think
Get out of here.
it was him.
I don't know. He doesn't look like he has the balls to talk back to me. You see as he, like, scampers away. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what I
your...
thought.
The damage here seems, minor.
I'm gonna use
At best.
thaumaturgy and from the crowd, it's the noise of someone going.
The noise of something. what?
Someone going. From the crowd, there's
The
noise,
damage here seems minimal, so I'll talk to the owners of the buildings. If they want me to seek damages, I will do
You
so.
should track down the vampire.
The vampire.
This whole mess. Right.
The vampire, that was.
Yes, it was the vampire. Because, frankly, if he hadn't attacked us, it was self-defense. All right.
Where did you see the vampire go?
He was down the alley and he scampered off back in the road, off in that other direction.
Okay. And what does this vampire look like?
Well, that's kind of tricky because he changes the way he appears.
Like you did?
Kind of, but like his whole face.
You can't do that.
No, just my clothes.
Well, you can do.
It's a little bit more advanced magic.
So
than
you
I'm
can
used
only
to.
change your clothes and cast fireballs and water. Just those three things?
Well,
That's it. That's my niche.
that's exactly where I'm at.
Oh.
It's my camera, so.
Exactly where I'm at.
Look, everyone starts somewhere. That's exactly where he's at.
What you see is what you get. All right.
He goes, huh.
This guard just peels over laughing.
He
Just-
goes,
Nothing more, nothing less.
I've learned 3 spells in my time as a magic user: fireball, water ball, change clothes.
Change clothes. It's called dressing room, actually.
Hey, we're also his friend is the guy that lost his guns because he doesn't have the strappy thing. So this tracks for the
that
party.
that makes sense. Say no more. We were told to look out for you. Oh God, you killed Russell. He almost died.
I think he
Oh,
spilled
boy.
water all over us.
Sorry, man.
It happens once a session here.
This is why you guys should just turn into cats and walk around. Way better.
You guys,
Just-
he goes, odd, but, I guess we'll take up damages with the vampire that was through here. You said your name was,
That's where I'm
From the
at.
cloud.
you
from
said
the
your
crowd,
name was
as we
Whirl.
said that.
You just, like, write something else down, Bellum, from the crowd.
From the crowd behind him, from thaumaturgy, I make it so that someone from the crowd calls out, "I'll do some damages to your mom tonight."
Why?
Why
Why are you trying
was-
to get
what
civilians
was your stealth
beat
check?
up?
It was 13 originally.
You watch as this guard just eyes dart suddenly toward the crowd. He turns toward Cruz and just goes, "Whirl, you're free to go. I've got other
That's why.
things to deal with." And he starts making a beeline in your direction. in
Little hogs.
your direction, Hogs.
Yeah, I just scamper off ideally.
You
If he seems to like actually be catching on to me, I'll turn invisible.
make a stealth check. He is like standing over the crowd with like a vigor in his eyes, unknowing, as he peers over like a fucking watchtower.
22.
He starts
as he
to,
looks
as you
around-
start to scamper away, he starts to move to.
And as he
Um,
moves, you hear from the crowd,
Most of the crowd is
Maracas.
unmoving. They just like see this anger in his eyes and they just stare up at him. But there's you darting away at this moment. And he goes, "You!" and starts moving through the crowd. Do you cast
Invisible. I'm gone.
invisibility? Roll with, or no, he has to roll with disadvantage. Yeah, you're gone. You rolled at 19 plus 4, which puts him
Holy
at 23.
shit.
Yeah, he like
Oh my
that was
God.
the first roll that you were rolling against, and so when you rolled a 22, I'm like, oh, technically you've got a very thin margin to get away from him, but invisibility.
So everyone, let's go meet up north, I guess. We don't know where Hogs went.
oh, I could see Grovekeeper.
Because I saw the vampire. Where'd it go? It was small and ugly.
Oh, look this way. You look that
think
way.
with-
And
to
I'll
be
start
clear-
heading north.
To be clear, I originally did
You keep out over there.
away from me. It was like
I
someone
know,
else. To
But
the crowd.
again,
yeah.
it was a 23 perception
yeah,
check.
yeah.
So, you know, he can see you doing magic shit.
Yeah.
This guy's sitting there getting talked to by Whirl, and he's like, fucking wizards.
I
He's
mean,
the
when you
cleric,
did the
alright?
thaumaturgy is when I made the perception check, and he was like,
Yeah.
the other one, the first one was a 21 too. So like, Guy, your like deception
25.
was 25. So yeah, I was like, he could find you too when you were talking shit.
Yeah.
Guard though is like off searching for this ugly vampire, short ugly vampire.
That looks like a
that smells
you know,
too.
malnourished
Um,
goblin.
If someone racially stereotypes me just because I'm a goblin again,
he goes,
Goblins, vampires, same thing. Like,
I mean, I kind of am.
Seems legit.
He goes,
You're
that
definitely not
short,
wrong."
ugly vampire that probably can't even do a kickflip, nerd.
I
As
mean,
he's-
last time we
as
actually
he's
saw
searching for
Alandir,
this.
he was all blonde hair, beautiful.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he's not looking for that one. He's looking for the other vampire.
That's armor is
One that's
patented
gonna
with
do
hog
damage to his
herder just
mom.
all over it. So yeah, try to group up, and
do you bully
then
this guard for the full
Hope
hour of
not.
the spell?
No, just for like 3 minutes.
Same.
I do lead him away from just us in general, though.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it sounds like we're about ready. So we'll enter in with Brenfield with the skywriting and walk down to Lakeshore Rounds and
The plaza. Yeah.
well, I mean, I assume that's in Lakeshore Rounds.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
see where the plaza is. I just see that it's labeled there, so that's why I keep saying that.
Southern Plaza.
The rounds. Yeah, okay. So we'll kind of come in. I guess we just want to go through Old Town down there, and then you have your first, and that's where we start the parade.
Well,
we were
you-
in Old Town.
Yeah, you guys are in Old Town. You guys
Yeah, but we
meet up.
were getting the Brenfield people or whatever. They
They-
were
no,
up
they're gonna
north.
meet you in the plaza. You guys,
okay.
you guys
Yeah.
meet up at the southern gate, like on the other side of the plaza, away from Fireball Commotion was that bullied guard.
So we just want to. we can
Um,
just start down there then. That's the plan.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Okay.
where Wasanthi is preparing for you.
So
Patty
Yeah.
and I
I
are going to be
will-
doing perception this whole time.
Okay. Make a
I
perception
will, take the time to ritually cast
216.
Skywrite before we're ready, and I'm gonna leave. I want to leave the message so it also, you know, is angled like you'd be facing Fort Vallis to read it.
Like over the lake. It's like over the lake, over the way the fort
Yeah.
is like over the
You
lake.
put it like over the
Yeah,
drawbridge.
so
to
it
Fort
makes
Vallis.
it like look even more like it's coming from them.
Yeah.
And it's 10 words exactly. We're gonna put out the king invites you to celebrate a hunt
Oh, so-
this day.
Just to be clear, you're doing this now. Not when you go to the.
We're
we-
doing it to collect a crowd,
Okay.
and then we're gonna march to the king.
And I can keep it up for an hour. And so like we'll keep it up until like we get over there, kind of making it seem like the parade and the message are together.
Okay.
And then
just to be clear, you're gonna put the message over Fort Vallis, but you're gonna gather people here. Okay.
well, I mean that probably wouldn't work.
No.
I'm just saying there is a plaza outside Fort Vallis that people would gather to be.
Yeah,
message
because that's
here.
a whole different area.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, then
you
put it
would
over
expect
here.
a message
have
there?
It, no, we'll have
where
it
if you
over
do it
our
over
plaza.
the if you do it over the docks, you'd imagine people would go to Lakeshore Plaza, as that's the way to the
Okay.
docks.
Okay. Then let's do that.
Okay, yeah, that works. That's fine for me. So yeah, like I'll ritually cast that before we get everything started and leave it up.
Starbrain knows that's the message to head down to the plaza.
Yeah, we gotta get-
middle of the city?
So, well, we're there. If we are at the plaza, like that, he's got the stage set up.
Do you go to the plaza to cast it? Yeah, so you'd head down
Yeah, I
to
figured.
the southernmost end of the city. There is a large sort of stone-tiled plaza, which does have stepped level to it, where you can see a fountain set in the center. This is a very lavish sort of square, which is set just outside the southern gate leading to the docks. And you can see it is lined with a number of churches. One of
Yeah,
which
we'll find Wasanti, make sure he's ready before we do this stuff.
Yeah, one of which is on the western side of the plaza. It is like a long stone building, columned. It is rather mundane, but the banners clearly ally it with a lone. Sorry,
Aula?
Alatona. You can see there are a number of banners kind of splayed out front of it with fountain run alongside building. And as sort of a pair of steps sort of split, climb on either side of a stone expanse leading up to the entrance of the church, you can see there is a platform where Wasanti currently stands under a set of prepared banners atop. As you guys appear in the plaza, you can see a set of workers currently setting up pillars on the western end. As you can hear the sound of dock workers and sort of porters all move about the city throughout the gates, you do start to hear the sound of the rain starting. The city, though, is still rose, and as you start to walk across the plaza to the spot where you can see Wasanthi is waving you down. Kind of approaching up to you comes a tabaxi. A tabaxi woman who is rather finely dressed, fine red vest, a poofy shirt. She sweeps up to you and sort of bows extravagantly, and she goes, "Hello, my friend. I believe I was told to seek you out. I am a friend of your Tabarin.
Yes.
I do believe you have a job for us, possibly with pay."
Yes, that is. Well, Guy is he handles all those shiny coins everyone likes so much.
Yes, Sarbury and should already paid you. Have you not seen him yet today?
Yes. He is just the one who has talked about the pay. What am I supposed to be doing? He told to meet here in the plaza, and that pay would be coming.
Yes, we are here to put on a parade. So you and your
Ah.
friends will be putting on parade music for us to help us march around the town, okay?
That will be easy. I will begin playing.
Very easy. As people gather, just go ahead and entertain them, and we will give you the signals when it's time to start marching around.
Well, I look forward to working with you. Gives
Thank you.
a bow, and sort of spins away. You watch as she pulls out a lute over her shoulder and begins to play with a strummish.
Before she fully goes away, I will approach her and by the way, invisibility gone. And I'll just open up a book and be like, "This is the general route we're taking around Valamir. Spread it around to the rest of your friends." And I just hold out my notebook with like an open
We
page,
will.
crude map of Valamir drawn onto it.
She just
We will
like,
be leading the parade, of course.
I am sorry, I did not bring a pen.
That's no, that's fine. You can have this one, and I'll just rip it out of my book. Here, spread the word.
She gives you a bow. Paper shirt as she goes back to play. Rudely interrupted. As she goes back to already drawing it. You guys head across the square to where Wasanthi is. He heads down a series of steps. Well, goes, "Hello, wonderful. Did you get everything in order? It seems the
we
weather
have.
has sorted itself out."
Yeah, we spoke with the people of Brenfield and some of the guards, and we should be able to get some coverage.
Well, it is still early. Noon is slowly approaching. If you have some time, I guess prepare yourselves. We're just arranging some banners, grabbing purposes. But I'd assume one of you have something you'd like to say.
Guy and Whirl.
Are we speaking now?
You'll have time to prepare. Wait for a crowd to gather. I'm hoping you get musicians.
Yes.
Yes,
we got some.
I gesture around to the.
You can just see like the one right there, kind of beginning. You can see she's off talking to, kind of like prances off to another guy, who she sort of like gives a hug to and a handshake, and then they talk for a moment. Wasanthi
I'm
goes,
gonna go use
More
the
are coming,
bathroom. I'll be
but-
back.
yeah.
Yes.
Wasanthi goes, we'll of course need a moment for, I suppose, them to show up. Maybe more. You got more, correct?
I told Sarberine to wait for the sky right. Now that it is up in the sky, he should be arriving with the rest of his friends.
Is that what our friend here is doing? As you can see, like, Grovekeeper has sat down on the edge of the plaza to begin. Well, Yes, let's take a
Yes.
moment and wait for that to take effect and see shows up. Prepare yourselves for a speech. And well, for fun. I have actually been contacted by a one Dianova. Mr.
Dianova,
Ivan
then
is the financial advisor. King.
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
we
that guy.
talked to him.
yes.
He came up while I've been arranging things here. Seems he is arranging some business on the road. A number of stands and vendors. Did you seek him out? He seek you?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. This, he is a rather new addition to our city. I had no idea he was so, well, useful.
Well, yes, I believe this may be a happy accident.
Interesting. Well, count our blessings, I suppose. Let's wait
Yes.
for goes up to the display. Wasanti looks up as the clouds overhead with the rain starting to depart. The dark clouds of Grovekeeper overhead. What that
Altering.
is? What that is?
He said, yeah, he said, the king invites you to celebrate a hunt. The king invites you to
Pretty sure it was
celebrate a hunt. And then it was,
Okay.
this day.
Yeah,
A
it
hunt
said
this day.
the king invites you to celebrate a hunt this day.
Okay.
That's 10 words exactly.
10 words
It
exactly.
appears in the air as you guys sit down. Find yourself
I'll
waiting.
talk to. Yeah, I turn to Cruz. So, World. Yeah, I figure we'll have to say some words here to store up the crowd and start the parade, and then we'll have to say some words in front of Fort Vallis to try and entice the king to respond.
Maybe try to
you
give
will-
like something that sounds like an introduction for the king to make it seem like he's going to come out and talk.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to ask if there was one of that you would want to tackle, and I could take the other.
Sure, yeah. If you want to take the first one, I'll prepare for the second.
Or
Sounds
do you
good.
Do you want to do both so that way?
Or
Right,
yeah,
well-
or if either way, or if you like, I could do both, so it only does one spell.
Oh yes. I forgot about this. Will it last long enough? I mean, this parade is not going to be short. I
That's
don't
what
know
she
if you've
said.
been a part of one,
It
but
lasts an hour.
yes.
By that time, I wouldn't have to be continuing to do Skywrite unless we wanted to have the message pop up again in front of Fort Vallis, which is also an option.
Oh, I believe you and Oggs were going to split from the parade so that you could ritual cast again, correct?
If
The
that's-
parade would
if-
be over an hour.
If that's what you guys would like, we could do that. At which point, Hogs would have to cast the spell twice anyways.
I think
then.
we're going to have to
Yeah,
cast it
that's
twice
fine, whatever,
anyway.
then,
so-
that's fine.
Okay.
Just,
That's why
let me
I-
know
we-
whenever the first of you is ready, and I'll give you the juice.
Yeah, I mean, as I walk on stage, it'll be fine enough. I'll
I'll
be.
slap in the ass. Got it.
Over the course of the next hour, a crowd starts to form. Go ahead and give me a D100, please, Grovekeeper.
What about the sharp range?
80. Or if you want to get, like, long, technically 90.
Thank you. I agree. I read it as 90.
I was gonna say I read it.
I
as
mean, it's
90.
technically an
It's how the
80
dice
and a
read.
10, but
Foundry
like
just
the
doesn't
for
know.
some reason the program
Foundry
sees it as
just
80 and
demonstrates
0.
Foundry
the
does
dice
0 to
wrong.
99 instead of 1
Yes,
to 100.
but no, what it's actually doing is just demonstrating the dice incorrectly.
But yeah, so then
Um,
90, not 80.
No, it is 80 because I mean it's
Oh,
tech,
okay.
it's tech because the program itself is
Oh,
technically
I see what you mean. I see what you
doing
mean
it
now.
correctly. It's just
One-
like
yeah.
they
dice
represent the
isn't showing
dice
up
incorrectly.
Yeah, now I see what you
Whoever
mean now.
designed dice program, just like half the D&D community.
Apparently D&D
I have a,
Beyonds is
like-
really ridiculous. They
Oh.
don't do a math equation.
I
They
also have a
make
golf
their
ball.
own environment that they roll digital dice in that have their own weights and stuff like that. Like it's insanely in depth.
Interesting, but
But yeah, so then 80
Yeah,
for the
sorry.
Did the
percentile.
musicians show up?
Yeah, where's I was like, did you guys make sure Sarberine and everyone else was here?
well,
Because I only saw one of them so far.
Well, I told Sarberine to wait for the writing and then come to the plaza.
And then they had an
Okay.
hour.
So, yep.
I was just trying to catch
Um,
up since I walked away, that's all.
Okay. Yep. How dare you?
I know, how dare I have to take a
Ridiculous.
pee.
Yeah, I'm definitely not about to do that right this second.
Oh, during your speech?
a large crowd begins to show up at the plaza. A few, at first it's a few people. You can see a sprinkling of folks start to appear out of their on the plaza one by one. Then a few more starts to form a crowd in the center of the plaza. They start to make their way over to the west side where the banners are arranged. And before long, not before long, hundreds of people start to appear in the plaza. The first 100 become apparent, the crowd starts to cool, and the chattering of the people becomes, well, overwhelming as the crowd grows larger and larger. They start to pool in below the temple to Alatona, and they start to kind of chatter loudly at the base of the temple itself. As you guys wait off to one side with Wasanthi, the crowd starts to appear, growing louder and louder. Wasanthi goes, well, rather successful turnout. It looks like half the city's already here. Who knew
Yes.
writing in the sky would be so successful? I guess we better make this look like a real parade, then, shouldn't we?
Believe so.
Didn't you say you had musicians, prepared? As he, like, looks about, the still only that one musician
Oh,
kind of
boy.
here, playing her lute, looking up at you with some stares, as she has
Have
like
you
a
not
hat
seen Sarberine? Like, he was supposed to be here.
Wasanthi goes, I have not seen... You mean the drunken man who stumbled through your house earlier today, correct?
Yes. He was the one, he did talk with, this is one of his friends. He claimed there was more.
Well, we may...
Can
have an
I
issue.
can I snap Queenie over to me and tell her to go find Sarberine?
I could do one better if you need. I'll send a message to Sarberine with send.
First, yeah, check at the house, see if he's there.
You bring Queenie over and send her off flying.
Okay.
What do you do?
That's what I was about to
I could just cast sending.
You cast sending?
Works too.
Yeah.
What do you say to Cerberus?
Where the hell are you and all of our musicians? Get to the southern gate now! We paid you, thanks!
Busy! I'm busy. Don't need this right now. Busy. Thank you. You get back.
What a shithead, he didn't even say why he was busy.
I mean, so he's saying he's busy?
That is basically all he said, yes. Multiple times.
Wasante looks at all you. Well, it's getting close to noon, folks. We've got hundreds of people gathered here.
it's time.
I can help and play some music if you would like. I am a priest of Alatona, goddess of song. Maybe what we need is a prayer.
Do you have any maybe people in the church that would be willing to play?
I will see who's in. Prepare your speech. We may have to.
Time to make up a long, lengthy, stalling speech.
You watch as Wasanthi goes in.
As Queenie is also looking for our
as a couple
bardic friend.
As a couple of priests go out. Make an investigation check with Queenie.
Not gonna be very good. Queenie is not.
It's about as good as all of us, though.
Right, yeah.
Speak for yourself.
She's investigation. It's 7.
7. Queenie is flying off into the city. Having the whole city to scour, it could take a Wasanthi comes out with a couple of priests in tow. They sort of spread out among the crowd. You watch as they sit on different sides of fountains around the crowds. All of them are incredibly beautiful, like Wasanthi. Wasanthi is like very like flawless in like what they wear and just like their hair,
Sure.
their skin is flawless, and much of the priests of Alatona are much of the same, and they literally like lay out on the edges of fountains and pull out pipes, bird pipes, and just start playing these beautiful like siren songs, which like some of the crowd gets into, but it's very light and gentle music that like does not travel far over a large crowd. But they begin to entertain. You can see the crowd does begin to grow restless. They look toward a.
Might want to, boost their voice for them hogs, but I think now is the time to talk.
You guys do watch, though, as your crowd is quickly reined in, though, on all sides, as a number of emerald green soldiers start to march down their way down the main road. They start to march into the area, start to fill out the plaza, quickly surrounding the fountain and marching out in formation. At the front of it, you can see Miss Stawn currently stands in blazing like bronze armor as he currently clutches a ceremonial saber and leads troops in a formation march. You can hear him shouting, "Right, march forth!" as he starts to lead a regiment of soldiers through the crowd. Many of the large swaths of citizens that have gathered here begin to part as soldiers move through.
I start to incite applause.
Yeah, applause start all around as the crowd starts to let out cheers. First, march forth! As they start to sort of part the crowd into different groups, sort of march around them and sort of choreograph an arraignment on one side of the crowd, creating like a wall of soldiers at the foot of your stage.
All right, break a leg.
I look to Hogs.
Enhance ability on you.
Thank you, sir. I look to
I give you
Cruise Whirl. Intelligence. I look to Cruise Whirl and I say, "Get your pan flute ready, friend."
It always is, and I pull it out.
And I go ahead and start walking up stage.
I'm also going to start going into the crowd and trying to use thaumaturgy to just create harmonious ambiance along with all of the music that is already here. Just try and help it
Fill the sound.
its reach a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
Things louder with thaumaturgy.
You 1 second. Ooh. You can see arranged at the front of the crowd is a number of folk familiar to you. You can see the townspeople of Brenfield currently arranged at the front of the crowd here, each currently like looking up eagerly toward you and to you and your companions, eagerly awaiting the reception that your speech will gain both them and their allied forces. As you ready yourself for this moment, you step up. Wasanthi steps up beside you. I assume you all kind of like gather at the front. You can see marching up to the top of the steps comes Mistan, as he kind of garners to the front. He goes, "What? No music? Bold choice.
We've had
Let's just-
maybe a little bit of a miscommunication with our music.
I see. Well,
We're hoping it'll be corrected soon.
well, best not leave the crowd waiting here. Good turnout though. Real good turnout. Looks toward. You can watch as he steps out toward the crowd, and a large wave of applause and cheer. You can hear like, "It's Mistan! Mistan!" A number of people like wave and kind of like get for his attention. He just like kind of very awkwardly goes, "Hello, citizens. How fare you? How are you? Yes. How are you? What?
I go up behind and I like kind of pat him on the back and shake his hand.
Yes. Guy friendly. What a friendly guy. That sounds corny. What a good guy. Person. As he
It's almost like that's how his name was made.
Anyway,
Thank you.
please, pages. The crowd like begins to automatically silence.
Yep. Hello, thank you. Welcome, people of Valamir, people of Brenfield. Many of you do not know me. I stand before representative of the people of Brenfield, invited to speak before you by the king himself. I am here to announce a hunt, a ceremonial hunt here to announce a alliance between our two cities. Now, it is no secret that my town and my friends are in trouble, and we come to you in your city asking for help. But we do not come empty-handed. We wish to earn our part and do something to help better the lives of all of us here. That is why we have offered our assistance in hunting down this great beast that terrorizes the forests south of your city. Me and my friends have allied
You
with
hear
the...
a roar suddenly from the other side. Just a roar, which echoes through the open gate to the lake. The crowd turns suddenly, and you can see the guards suddenly turn about face, weapons at the ready. It stills.
Guy kind of like turns around and reacts a little bit.
Distant. Inside the crowd starts to whisper. Murmur as you're silent. What is you doing in this? Make a perception check for me, actually, Guy.
Yep. Ooh, not as great. 12.
Yeah, where's Miles in this crowd?
Or 13?
You hear distant, sort of growing louder, a far off drum beat, which starts to echo from the dock, louder and louder.
From behind me?
From where the roar just came from. As the roar vanishes, you hear a slow drum beat and a trumpet, which starts to flare alongside the drum beat, getting closer and louder. Stand on stage. You can hear a marching band start to approach through the gates from the lake. What are you doing, Kai? Everybody's still in murmurs, not yet hearing the band. They're still in murmurs from the roar.
I turn and kind of present, and I present to you our first bout of entertainment. As I kind of walk to the side and wait to see what the fuck happens.
You watch as coming from the docks comes musician after musician. You can see like brass horns. You can see lute players, lyres, drummers in a line, just all marching out from the docks one by one as Sarberine slowly descends a set of stairs from atop the docks, atop the wall to the docks, as he like walks down one side, currently strumming slowly his guitar in unison with the approaching band. You watch as they march in behind the forces of sort of the keep. The keep turns back about and stands at attention as the band starts to circle in and begins to play around the crowd.
Prompt the crowd to clap along.
You do so, and the crowd looks about, kind of murmurs getting louder, a lot of confusion, as quickly they start to meet, like, they quickly start to turn back toward you at the top of the stage. The music begins to build.
Join us as we march through the city to celebrate this new alliance. As we wait for the word from the king. And then I start walking down the stairs. I like
make a
motion
persuasion
for
check.
everyone to. Yep. With advantage, right?
Yeah, so just charisma based.
Enhance ability.
Okay. 15 plus persuasion is 18.
18. As you stand atop the platform, you can see the musicians kind of start to fill in behind the guards. You start to descend down, and stepping up just slightly behind you as you start to descend down the stairs alongside the stage toward the bottom, Mistan steps forward and goes, "Man, attention!" As everyone like slams weaponry against their boots, shields come tucked in, and the clattering of armor accents the beat. You begin to march down, "Man, boat fast!" as they all turn in the direction you are facing.
I walk just in front of their line, and I'm gonna pull out my new rifle, and I want to start doing some rifle spinning.
Okay. What does rifle spinning count as?
Sleight of hand.
I mean, I would assume.
I would say
performance
sleight of hand
almost.
or performance.
I'm gonna go
sleight of
hand.
Sleight of hand. Hold on. Sleight of hand feels pistol. I will say. You want to do?
Because it fits in your one hand.
No, I'd say sleight of hand. It's sleight of hand.
You
It's
can make it
dexterity-based.
charisma based on hand
Uh,
or something.
yeah, it is a
Or-
performance.
It's performance.
Make
Or,
a
like,
charisma
dexterity-based
based.
performance.
No.
No,
I got
'cause
this.
it's not dexterous.
How about we do?
Hey,
Yeah,
right now you
let's-
want charisma, guy.
Let's do charisma based sleight of hand. So plus
Okay.
6. I
So I
believe,
still
is what you
get- Yeah.
It's
okay,
charisma
plus-
based, so you
giving
still
you
have
advantage
enhanced
as well.
ability.
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
so it's-
True.
Charisma based
Okay.
ability checks.
I wasn't even thinking about
Okay, so 21.
that. You as you sort of walk forward, you start to swing your barrel around. You can see gasps from some people in the crowd. You can see
Do
one
we see
guard.
the guard that we told he
He's-
like dropped his shit?
You can see him. He goes, "Oh, without the strappy things!" in the crowd.
Because he's like, wait a second, this
he's
guy's
just,
really
like,
good with a
ducking
gun.
and moving.
On my hip,
in
on
line.
my hip, my strappy things are.
I just mean now he's like, wait, this guy's really good with a gun.
Just, wait, he starts to connect dots. Hold on. 1 second. See a scribble on it. book. No, but they're all in line behind you. He's probably one of the marching guards you would know in this moment.
That's fun.
As you guys start to step forward in line, you can see murmurs from the crowd behind as the marching guards kind of make their way out. The population starts to follow in tow. As they all start to one by one make their way in line with the leading guard and guy in tow. Does everybody follow and fill in with the marching parade?
Yeah.
As you all
I
start to
think it was. Were we not supposed? Are we gonna go with the parade for a bit? Because you guys
For the
said you
most
wanted
part.
me to go off.
For the majority of it, but we're just gonna get to the Fort Phallus 10
mean,
minutes earlier.
the parade is going to take
even
a
if
couple
we
of
can't,
hours.
like it's just a level 2 spell slot if I need it.
The parade is going to take a couple of hours, and as you
Okay.
as you guys start moving, you quickly are met with Sarberine, who kind of like moves up to you guys in the crowd, which starts to, as things become a less uniform, you can see Mistan just starts to march guards throughout a path that you were given throughout the streets, and everybody starts to like leisurely start to approach these booths which have been set up on the edge of the street. A full-on parade begins to take effect as Sarberine just like sweeps up to you all in the crowd. He approaches and goes, "Well, not bad. I promised every musician in town, and I think I found them all." As he looks about, sort of.
Seems that way.
I kind of lean over to him and I say, busy. Can't deal with this.
I have.
Could have been a little more clear, sir.
I was
he did
coordinating
a
a lot of
good
things.
job.
I know. This is amazing. I don't want to say. This is amazing. Thank
Look,
you.
I'm a showman.
I had a heart attack, but thank
Yeah.
you.
You guys just kind of like laugh as you move through the crowd.
I think it's more your one friend over there you might want to apologize to. She was really held out to drive.
I told her where to meet as he like rushes over to go yell at her.
That would make her so much funnier, actually. So true.
I was about to say like the one musician who didn't show up. Like I'm surprised there weren't.
Yeah, right. Like
Didn't find the right place. Yeah.
I
They're, like,
almost
all
was
out there,
perfect.
like, is this the right place?
It's like it's very showy to come in mid-speech, you know? Come on.
Did not expect that.
You you are also met with another person who kind of like sweeps up to you in the crowd and kind of walks up to you all. It's Ivan, the man you met the other day. He kind of sweeps up to you and goes,
Good, very good show. You have done a amazing job. I could not have done it myself.
Thanks for
Yeah.
the stalls here. I think it's a really nice touch, and it'll help a lot with the.
I lean over.
That
I
is
lean over to
for
Ivan.
me.
I lean over to Ivan and I say, I'm beginning to learn that if you want something done in this city, you just have to pay for it.
Yep, that is pretty much how it all. It is.
Yes.
Coin is king, as the expression goes. Speaking of which,
Now
we
let's
are
see if
making
we can get the king.
much coin. The king, however, not swayed by that. He's the best of us. He starts to like walk further away into the crowd. What he likes is a challenge. Keep that in mind and enjoy yourself. As he like disappears into the crowd. You can see like a number of shops have been arranged around the main road, and soon you start to march through the crowd. What are you all doing like a part of this parade? Sort of give it your own flair.
Cruz is playing his pan flute.
Go ahead and give me a performance. There are a number of pan flute musicians.
Oh, that's Queenie's stat block. I was like, how do I have a 0?
You could have at least a 3.
No, I've got 18.
18. You are playing your pan flute as you're kind of through the crowd. A woman in similar robes as Wasanthi actually comes up, also playing a pan flute. A woman of the church that Wasanthi is a part of, still a part of the parade, just starts to play a harmonizing song alongside you and starts to even give you flirtatious eyes. As she like sweeps and dances beside you, Brooke sweeps in closely beside and just pushes her to the ground.
Marking some
suddenly.
territory.
She goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there." And like goes to help her up. Yeah. What do you want to do? It's a very fake.
Catcher?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 21.
You
Okay, 17. On the dice.
You catch and sweep her back to her feet. And as you do, she goes, "Your friend is a little rude." As she like dusts off a little bit.
I assure you, I am not.
As
I
she
pull out my
walks-
maracas.
I'm a fellow musician, I see. As
La cucaracha.
to her pan flute.
You can't hear it.
Yeah, it's not picking it up, unfortunately. He needs a minute. He's got to get his maracas. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There it is. Just, I feel like that's at the end of every sentence. You're just like, I'm not a bad guy.
Oh, I know.
It's kind of coming up, just not well, you know? It's not a great mic for that.
Turn off echo cancellation and see if that does anything.
You guys,
As we're going around, I am gonna use my pipe of the forest for a thing I never use. We're just gonna smoke from that for a minute to get the bewitching aura effect, because I'm gonna try to get animal friendship on as many animals. If I can get some birds, I want them to kind of like join in with the music.
okay.
I don't have music myself, but I'll try to get natural music going.
I'm sorry, say it again.
So it has a thing where when you smoke from it for a minute, you can cast animal friendship on all beasts within a 500-foot radius.
Okay.
So, like, whenever I see animals around or anything, but I want to try to get, whether it's birds, like, they can try to, like, chirp along with the music, you know, if we get like some hummingbirds or something, musical birds.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Make an animal handling check.
Okie doke. 17.
7. Yeah, you guys, along with your parade, you start to get a fluttering of different songbirds, as well as just like rats and other critters from the city around, which start to kind of like join the parade. You get occasional screams from like women.
Nah,
who,
they're
like,
all cool.
Spot a rat that
Look, Run can
scurries
have
into
friends.
the parade and starts to run alongside people. But they just move to a different section of the parade where there's less rats. And everybody's you guys march.
They're
through the
friendly
city streets, bit by bit. What's Hogs do during all?
I think I'm just kind of damage controlling and like casting guidance on random people and mending. If there's any musicians that have any like hiccups or altercations with their
Someone's loot breaks.
loot breaking, yeah, I'm fixing up their stuff and just in general keeping an overall eye on everything if possible.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Any more vampires about? Oh, buddy.
24.
It's good for this
See
character.
all the vampires around.
I can see so far.
I haven't seen you happy for a nat 20 in so long.
You, Hogs, you do see, currently standing off to one side, sort of ominously, sitting at a cafe, pretty much the only person not swept up right now, is a just a young man with like a big full beard, like mustache, big red beard and mustache, kind of pale faced, hood up, sort of tapping impatiently at the table that he just watches the parade sweep by. His eyes linger along.
As he looks at me and I like lock eyes with him, I'll just give him a wink. And see if he responds in any way.
Everyone just wants to poke a bear, guys. You're good with wisdom saves, right?
Oh yeah.
How? Yeah, that's a good question, right?
I thought it was a con save for me, not a wisdom
Well,
save.
that's if he attacks. So wisdom if he's trying to pull you and force his will on you. You know, like charm person or something like that.
You watch as his eyes linger for a while, and he smiles as he traces the crowd. And then you can just see him mouth the word. One word.
The word what?
Soon.
Soon. I just kind of nod at him.
That's all you get.
Yep.
You guys march on throughout the streets. You pick up more and more folk as you go. Go ahead and roll me a D100 die.
000 is 10 or 100?
Yeah, 10.
Okay, 10.
You already having a large crowd start to garner a couple of stragglers who kind of move throughout the street and join you as you go. Everybody who is not already sort of part of this demonstration starts to either watch you as you go
or follow curiously for a bit. You don't gain much more than what you already had on your walks around the city, but the numbers you already had were numerous. Start to pick up anybody who's available left around. As you guys start to pass the Emerald Square and back into the Lakeshore grounds, approaching Fort Vallis. As you guys are approaching sort of the main road to Fort Vallis, you reach its central road, the crossroads leading down to the fort itself, where amassed you have in total nearing 700 people.
So
A large gathering of soldiers, musicians, and townsfolk, which are asprawl down the city's street. As you get to the Lakeshore rounds and sort of turn down the main road to Fort Vallis, you fill this central road all the way down. Lined with soldiers on either side, they begin to march down. Do you pass? I'll find an alleyway around the towns here to cast a second skyrite. Is that happening?
yeah, I mean, if we're just approaching, I can just cast it. We'll just take an action.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Like, I'm fine with casting the spell. Since, I
just
mean, we're
wave your
walking down the
hand.
hall right now, so yeah.
Yeah, you just wave your hand.
And just repeat the same message, but now over, like, Fort Vallis over there.
You guys watch as a swirl of clouds begin to form words. Falling. Just go ahead and give me one more D.
Okie doke.
$81.
81.
Fun.
Peanut butter.
It's
Oh.
right this
Um,
time.
Yeah, because it just doesn't work with tens.
As the
The representation is correct, yes.
as the conjuration of an awe of the crowd, a wash heads down the main. We'll begin to open windows on every level of the house down the main road as people start to crack doors out, cut down out to start to push the crowd. Crowd begins as you guys
How
through it.
pissed off is that one guy right now? That
Towards
cruise
Fort
that
Vallis.
Queenie talked to?
Could be.
He's like, these motherfuckers.
We'll see.
You guys start.
We know what you did.
You guys start approaching the
know
bridge,
you're
heading
talking about.
into Fort Vallis.
That's
As
weird, 'cause
you
all of
do, Wasanthi approaches you all in the crowd. Sort of as you're approaching the gates, looks towards you all. Do we convince the gods to let us through, or do you have a call behind the wall? We could.
Well-
Could move in further.
I think we could try.
I'm
Maybe
going
if
to
Whirl
pretend-
approaches with, I just can't
Mistan.
retain. I can't retain that name. Mistan.
Istan approaches in the crowd too. I'm sorry, you called me. My name?
yes, we're gonna keep walking through like we belong there and hope the gods let us pass. If not, we'll talk.
I don't think they're
Just
going to.
belong.
Mistan turns around to the crowd. I think they're going to think we're with some people. It's best we say something. But
Yeah, we should let them
Myself
know. Maybe
and-
not just walk.
myself
past.
and Wasanthi have your back. Whatever you say, you have office at your back.
I'm sure
Delightful.
you'll fill it.
So then I believe, Whirl, if you would like to take the head now.
Great.
Yep,
Do
I'll
I?
like walk next to him.
Does
just,
one of you want to give me a?
You already have
You
it.
know.
What are you talking
He
about?
said,
How do you arrange yourselves?
Oh, do I already have it? Did you?
Hey, yeah,
He
I-
puts it
I-
on you as you say that. Yeah.
yeah.
stagger 4. So we'll put Cruise Whirl in the front. I'll just flank him right to the side, and then
Mustan and
Mr. Wasanti.
on our flanks, and then Hogs and Grovekeeper wherever you guys want.
I mean, I feel like I gotta be in the middle somewhere because
In
I
the
can't
crowd,
hide
or-
anywhere.
You can Grovekeeper. You can be the last row.
He's a solid 6'6". Like he's
Yeah.
like he's not hiding anywhere. He should be in the middle somewhere.
As you approach the gates, you can see guards. 8 as one takes a step forward, the hand forth, flanked by another. Halt! What is this? What is all this?
we come to petition the king to join us for a hunt.
Gonna point up at the clouds.
You can see this guard looks about you. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Advantage.
With your advantage, good sir.
Ah,
Yes.
he knows the language of my people. Oh,
We, the people of Turkey.
Dirty 20.
okay. You can
How
see
did he know I was a turkey
looks
troop
you
polymorphed into
over
a guard?
he looks you over up and down. What are you dressed?
I'm in my normal attire,
What does that include?
Our hunting gear.
looking a vest that is open in the front so that my abs are showing,
Those ice hard abs.
those ice hard abs.
Covered in
Necklace
flesh, I
around my. Yes, look, flesh tones, not ice tones. And some very simple trousers.
You got it. He looks you over, looks over your friends. I assume all similarly normal dressed.
I mean, I definitely have my breastplate on.
Yeah. And then he looks over the 2 council people like you. You can see them both give a nod, and
I also nod.
or move. You nodded well as well in unison
You're
with.
like, I'm just as important.
And they start to part ways. You guys
Hogs, the more in
enter.
the crowd, also nods. Completely hidden behind legs.
You can see they begin to part. Stepping forward, you can see more guards hold the other end of the bridge as you start to walk across the river toward Port Vallis. Flanking in with you are the citizens, which start to fill up the bridge. The first set of guards let him pass. The second set hold firm across the bridge as you guys come in closer.
Whatever, like, birds, rats, squirrels, or anything that are still following us around when we go to this, like, I want them to kind of, like, seem like they're paying attention for the king as well. Like, they'll sit at attention. Or I'll
As-
ask them to, at least.
As you sort of come to the second set of guards, you can see them kind of like holding firm as you come to a stop, ready to like speak to the other set. You can hear a sort of disheveled older voice behind just say, "That's all right. Let the people of Valamir in. They're fort after all. as you can see, like a very emblazoned, sort of pauldron, sort of armored-wearing guard captain, kind of gesture toward his men, beside as a shift to either. You start to enter the stone walls of Fort Vallis, flanked by towers on all sides. You approach the bottom, or the base of massive, a large stone structure which spans up 30 or so feet. You can see the second central structure is built in the center, flanked by towers on all corners. A large balcony protrudes out about 25 feet up all on the first level. On the second central structure up, you can see a series of balconies lining the center of it as well. A bunch of regal columns built into the stone, and about another 35 in total, about 60, 70 feet up off the ground, a second balcony. And high up within the fort, you are towered by its massive size as you all fill in the fort's interior. You pan out to all sides with both the soldiers you've brought in as well as the fort soldiers kind of surrounding the crowd. A murmur and a hush comes over as a beating in about. You can see Wasanthi moves to one edge of the crowd and starts to wave in to a number of cloaked church workers who do begin to bring in a series of large planks. See them bring it in the crowd, which we part as they begin to set the planking down one atop another, form a base of a stage. Wasanthi goes, "Thank you, thank you." As set of steps are affixed on one end, and Wasanthi begins to climb up, sort of helping you all up. Well, we're here, in front of the king, best close as we can get. Go speak loud. Keep it on course, and luck.
Hogs, can you thaumaturge me?
I actually have you on.
Oh, right, perfect.
You want an introduction, or you got it, my friend?
I think I got this.
I think it would be better, for him to end maybe with introducing the king. So maybe not someone to introduce someone that's going to introduce.
Yes.
That was my plan.
You watch as sort of handing you a thin staff, which is brought to him from his church. Wasanthi does hand you what looks like a magical staff. He sort of like hands it right in front of you. Just hold on to this. Sort of just think about it. Speak in its direction, or in the direction you wish to project, and the staff should.
Delightful! I shout right into his face.
Delightful booms across the crowd, and it goes silent throughout here as the music kind of comes to a stutter. You hear a bunch of from the crowds.
If only there was a speaker to do the classic, like.
That staff does the equivalent. As you hit
like
it.
hold the feedback of holding it too close
You
to
like
another.
almost drop it. Wasanthi goes, "Don't do that. They're expensive."
Right. Ladies and gentlemen of Valamir, give it up for our lovely entertainment today.
Allow
These bards
Board
shortly showed up, outdid anything we could have ever expected. Well done, fellas.
You can see a number of bows kind of spread out amongst the musician. The playing comes to ill as it.
And give yourselves a big round of applause. That was an impressive display. All of you coming out to join us. Bless us with your presence. I am blown away by your gratitude and just impressiveness of this town.
A roar echoes once across the crowd. You can, every time the like crowd in here roars, you can hear like an echoing roar across the river as there's like a cheer that echoes soon after. They're not sure first cheer. But you do know, like, your words kind of
Something
like
happened,
echoed,
guys.
reverberated.
Right.
We are here today for two parts. First, to show a renewed union between our two peoples. The people of Alamir and the collective of Brentfield and the tribes from the north. As part of this new blessed union, we come before you and present a grand hunt as a gesture of friendship for our two amazing groups of people. As part of this hunt, we would like to welcome the king himself to join us as a display of greatness and friendship of what is to come between these two forces. Forces that I deem that once they are together will become unstoppable in the face of danger that comes from the north. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you today your great king!
Make a persuasion. Gasps Oz.
King Niles?
Niles Valis.
27. Natural 19. So close to...
You hear Oz, murmurs, and applause as everyone looks up to the top balcony on Fort. As they all crane their necks upwards, a bunch of guys start to look up from the base of Fort Valis. Up.
And I just stand there in silence and wait with my hand outstretched towards the balcony.
Here...
I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Here, just coughs like the stray crowd noises, clearing their throat. Gets a little too silent.
King Valis. I'm gonna start cheering.
Chant.
Yeah. King Valis. King Valis. See if they join along.
The crowd quickly, King Valis, King Valis, King Valis, King. It starts to echo.
Raise my hands to get
it takes a moment, but the crowd outside's cheer, or the crowd inside's cheers start to echo to the crowd outside, and King Valis, King Valis, King Valis, King Valis. King Valis! Sounds like two different groups chanting for the king. And as you look up toward the second balcony, climbing 70 feet up from where you are situated, you start to watch as emerging from darkness on the balcony, a young man. He wears a sea green colored vest with a big with a white shirt underneath. The vest is open like almost to the nape, as the shirt is cut down to the chest, showing a smooth chest and a big collar which popped outward, accentuate like a wide neck.
He's got a young, strapping jawline and a wide smirk upon his face as a set of stunning blue eyes emerge with wisps of like golden blonde hair atop his head. A beautiful young man from darkness, and puts his hands upon the railing, looking downward upon the crowd below. And as he does, you can see almost magically his voice booms out across the fort. He goes, "I heard y'all were looking for King Valis. Is that the truth?" As he gives a wide smirk across his face
kind
and
of
a
motion for everybody to cheer.
Loudest cheer you've ever heard deafens your ear suddenly. And as he looks down at the crowd, he adjusts an elbow upon and sort of smiles down at everyone. As he does, you watch as he steps up onto the railing of the balcony and protrudes his arms outward as he goes, "Well, here is your king, everyone!" As his words echo outward across the water as he begins to tilt forward slightly until he is just plummeting down toward the ground at great speeds. You can hear gasps, ahs, shocks, and screams as the people just start to freak out all around you as you all look up toward the king plummeting from his balcony at top speeds.
If I
thunderstep over and catch him.
Okay.
You all start to spring into action. What's everybody doing?
I was trying to double check the CR for this, but I was gonna at least try to cast like conjure animals to try to get like a big flying bird that could try to swoop in and catch him. I know I can't say what I'm getting, but I would like to try.
Definitely make a spellcasting check.
And it's like I can do up to a CR2, which I feel like a giant eagle or something might be a 2.
Yeah. There is something you can summon. But what's everybody else doing?
Spellcasting would be.
This is in a moment, so if you all would do something in a moment's notice, you're not next to each other necessarily. You're all kind of springing into action. What would you do?
I can't.
Yeah, you can't do anything. That was the correct answer. You thunderstep, Cruz.
I want an insight check. Did it seem like he's doing it?
Make an insight check. Yeah.
Or did it seem like something took over him?
Make an insight check. You can't tell. This is just craziness at its peak. You don't know what's going on, and he's following. He's 70 feet up, like 100 feet forward. You can thunderstep to the platform above suddenly, Cruz, and start to make a move as you watch as a flying bird comes out in front of
Well, I specifically would have tried to go like 5 feet above the ground to like grab him before he fell and like cushion his fall.
Okay. Yeah, you make the attempt, but as you do, you reach out, crash, thunder cracks. The crowd is let out in awe as you vanish, appear in the air as the king vanishes in mist suddenly. You make eye contact with him suddenly as you come out of a teleport and he enters one, quickly swirling into a mist as you crash to the ground, and he appears on the ledge above the crowd, arms out astride, to a crowd cheering like crazy. You can see he has a blade out in his hand, pointed out toward the sky, as the crowd just is in
just in tears as like women faint, men faint. Just everybody is losing their shit as you have to like
Guy
stand
faints.
up. Guy faint. As you have to stand up, the bird comes soaring around suddenly. As you can see, King Niles looks up to it and goes, "Well, aren't you a pretty little bird?" As he starts to fly around. He turns back to you, Cruz, and starts to walk toward you. He goes, "I'm so sorry, I was just being showy." And he goes to help you up off the ground. You get a brief glance at this man. Go ahead and make an insight check for him.
11.
You are charmed by this man. Not actually charmed. He's just like a very good-looking and sort of suave guy. You see a little bit of yourself in him almost instinctually. As he kind of like sweeps up and helps you up, like chest showing, your chest showing, you know, wearing like
your style, friend. You are that is fan. I love another showman just like myself. That
Do you still have like the rod in your hand?
He goes,
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone hears
across.
yeah. He goes.
Yes.
You took the words right out of my mouth, my friend. What's your name? As he helps you up.
World. Thank you, Your Highness.
World.
Bow.
He like helps you up onto the ledge of the second level of the fort, and he looks out with the rod in hand, and he goes, "Well, World, I believe you said something about a hunt." As he gives you a smile over the crowd, and the crowd fucking loses it. You just hear like a wave come up that spreads out, and the second crowd outside the fort like echoes it soon after. He just gives you a smile and then goes,
I smile back.
"I'll get us down from here." And he just snaps and dimension doors you down.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. You in this dimension door for a moment, you feel like you are washed suddenly away by a sudden current of, as you find yourself like suddenly standing around next Wasanthi. You can see Niles looks to Wasanthi and goes, "Well, Councilperson Wasanthi, I believe it's been some time." And he like shakes his hand. You can see like Wasanthi goes, "My king," and like bows, showing like honor.
I also bow.
As he goes, please,
What?
Wasanthi."
Wipes the foam off your mouth, and you're like, "All right, I'm back."
Wasanthi, stand up, please. This is a joyous occasion. It's a parade, right? And a hunt. I think we got someplace to be. As the doors to the fort open up, and you can see like a plethora of guards start running out, flanked by a couple of advisors who start yelling, "Sir, please, sir,
Who does the
you
world
cannot."
recognize?
As they're you can recognize both the other advisors currently running after the king, as a number of guards start charging across the area just to get reins in on this wild
immediately
young man.
pull Queenie back to my shoulder.
Yep. Sort of like
And
tucks in.
give the one guy like a cocky little.
You can see him stop suddenly.
Goodness, man. Just rat yourself out like that.
And then he turns and starts like shouting stuff to people. We're gonna end the session there as the king emerges and their next.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Guys, I can't wait to fight a vampire and this beast all at once.
At the same time,
And
right?
protect Guy and protect the king with all of my lost spell slots because I had to do all this parade stuff.
Hey
Now
man,
Spirit
when did
has
it show
like no
up?
spell
Hey, don't.
slots
You shouldn't
'cause he
rely on your magic.
Cast
that much.
fireball and
Well, that was just his
water
ring.
That was the ring, right?
That's
Although I
true,
did
that's true.
cast
into the ring
Did
earlier
cast some
today.
stuff. You did cast some stuff.
Yeah.
But he just needs a short rest.
I just need a short rest, right?
Yeah. We'll just all pause the parade for 1 hour.
We
No,
gotta
I mean, it's gonna
travel to the
take us-
place. There's
it's gonna
carts.
take us an
like
hour.
you sit in a
Yeah,
cart
yeah.
No,
while
I'll-
we're traveling.
I'll just pop into my necklace during the travel.
It's only like 3. You guys have till sundown.
He'll just hand his necklace to someone and be like, "Hey, can you hold on to this?" And I'm gonna be like,
Oh.
"Wait, don't go into it yet." And then you're gonna go in. I'm gonna be like, "They think it's for your erectile
Honestly,
dysfunction."
No, I would hand it to Brooke.
You just
But it's like
see
you can't do it in front of
Right,
Wasanti or.
Do it in front of Wasanti.
you just see
any
you just
official-
you go inside your necklace. You just see Affy with the cube, just like.
What? It's just
You
it's
know
it's
what?
like my eye is drawn to it. It's in the center of the room.
No, you just see Affy in there, just wearing sunglasses. The cube's just on the coffee
that's what
table.
I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. You see Appy like as he's
How many
pulling
fingers
one
am I
last thing, and then
holding
it goes,
up? How many fingers am I holding up? Why do we play these silly games, Cruz?
Martini.
He spills it.
Hold it like a foot farther from him than what he expects. And sees.
Yeah, he's like, why? Of course.
You can see him like he's playing with the garnish in his martini. Like, why do we play these silly games? As he drops it next to the martini.
Well, probably because you're staring at the wall right now.
Okay, we're gonna end the stream there, folks. See